straightforward. Welcome to the show, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah, like I understand that the passive-aggressive things that LeBron always does are certainly in play here, but this is what it is in a nutshell. The Lakers realize they have to pivot off LeBron at some point. They didn't offer him a contract extension. He's not happy about that, but I don't do anything this upcoming season. I pair him with Luka Doncic. I'm keeping that pairing at least for this year. That's it, period, end of story. I don't really see where the Lakers have another move, and I don't know why LeBron would actually want to leave Luka right now.
Okay, so obviously I thought it was simple, but we don't see it the same way.
Okay, how do you see it?
So this, there's a story that came out on ESPN reported by Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst about a meeting with Luka and the Lakers. This was a shot across the bow to LeBron camp. Because not only was it about the meeting about the future of the team, and LeBron wasn't there, and it was all about the fancy wine that they drank, which is directly messaging. No, it's directly messaging Mr. Wine, LeBron James.
Well, Mr. Wine, JJ Redick was there too, the head coach, who's also a wine snob. Gosh,
yeah, but
so
it doesn't like LeBron's wine stuff is like over the top. So I feel like they made sure somebody called Ramona and said, make sure you get the wine thing in there, because you got to tell LeBron we don't want you here. So I think that was all messaging to say we don't want you here. Then Dave McMenamin talked during Vegas and mentioned other teams, reiterated the report that other teams have been reaching out. Then all this Cavs stuff got into the internet.
Well, Cavs stuff got the internet. LeBron was in Cleveland posting from the Cavs facility.
But like this weekend, like a whole new fresh batch of Cavs stuff got into the internet.
But LeBron and the Cavs, like he's going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Cav if basketball even does that kind of thing.
He's might start game one for the Cavs this year.
Okay, so that's where after all the weekend of, this, that, and the other, of report after report, do you actually think LeBron James will get traded before the season, this upcoming season starts, ask for a trade, or that the Lakers will try to move off of him?
I think it's really, really, really hard to make it happen, but I want it to happen because otherwise next year is a waste of a season for everybody. LeBron and Luka and Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves and that crew is not good enough to win the West. I've seen that, last year they weren't even a threat in the playoffs. I know they have another year of Luka, but I just don't think the pieces are around them defensively at all, or even that close. So what's the point? Send them to Cleveland. I'm not quite sure logistically how you do that. Send him to Cleveland and let him
probably
a buyout,
or a trade.
Let him go out on top. Coming at win the East out of Cleveland, get slaughtered in the finals.
Yeah,
let's go.
This is for you.
And that's a better outcome.
That's
here than just
much better outcome
out.
for not only for the NBA but for basketball fans, because I just think it's a big nothing burger with the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm not doing that if I'm the Lakers. First of all, one other thing that came out from this report, and you don't need to know the whole TikTok. The wine thing is funny. But, you don't really need to know about that. I think the biggest thing was this idea that the Lakers have to get this very clean get their finances in order before we thought 2026. But Luka can opt out after this year. So why the Lakers feel the need to wine him and dine him is not just because he's Luka Doncic and this trade fell out of the sky from Dallas, but think about it, Pearl. I know they didn't give up a lot to get Luka because the Mavericks just unloaded him. But it's really important to the Lakers, I think, that Luka signed now.
Right, like August 3rd.
Yeah, so he's in Slovenia. He's playing, play basketball, whatever. But they really want him to sign this year because it would hold this anvil over their head if he goes into next year and he is going to go in as a free agent. That's not what the Lakers want. I think that's the biggest thing people should keep in mind, number one.
Is there even the slightest chance he's not going to sign with the LA Lakers for $300-something million? Why would he not sign that?
I think he will too. It's not 300. They can't offer him as much as the Mavs did because of the way that the salary cap is, but it's close, like 250 or something like that. But no, until they get his name signed on the dotted line, they need to make sure that Luka is happy, which is why they're giving him the heads up before LeBron on big things. It's why, they're looking at him like the focal point, because he could embarrass the bejesus out of the organization if he ever decided to opt out. And by the way, is Rob Pelinka some real superstar GM? You just mentioned the team's not good enough with Luka and LeBron to compete in the West. Rob Pelinka, the GM from the Lakers, is no slam dunk that Luka Doncic should automatically fall in line with the Lakers.
If that is not a slam dunk, then nothing in NBA. You're telling me it's not Luka's going to leave the Los Angeles Lakers to go somewhere else? That would make no sense whatsoever.
He didn't pick the Lakers. They
loves it. He looks
him.
like a new person there. There's been nothing. Dude is ripped all of a sudden, or super ripped, as DeAndre Ayton said.
Yeah.
It feels like a 0.0 chance that he would not resign with the Lakers to me.
What does he owe the Lakers?
Where's he going to go? Leave the Lakers and go where?
Well, I'm just saying this is the backdrop of what's going on. That's not the LeBron part of this is taking up a lot of oxygen. The real story, one of the real stories, I think, is Luka and them wanting him to sign this extension. So that would just be my first thing. And Laker fans, Rob Pelinka is not exactly the mastermind here.
Rob Pelinka just traded for him.
The Mavs called and said, do you want one of the top 3 players in the league? What, are you going to hang up?
My point is you don't need a mastermind. It's the L.A. Lakers. Of course he's going to resign. I mean, I guess the issue is long-term or short-term, whatever. He's definitely resigning with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's not an idiot.
Well, no, he's not an idiot.
Luka's fine. He'll be a Laker for life. Okay. I'll bet you he's there for 10 years.
Sure. But here's the other part. There's this idea that they want to I've seen a lot of fans have it out there that the Lakers need now to punt on the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, I like that.
That's insane. That's
you're
the
in the West,
stupidest thing ever.
What are you just gonna? What's the goal, to be a 4 seed and go out in the second round? Like, what if you have to build some kind of quote unquote super team around them, right? You need the right pieces.
Okay, that's on the GM. You've got the centerpieces here. This is why I want to see Luka and LeBron together, right? Because it's like you're going to wait for something to be perfect. You're not Oklahoma City. You're not building this in the way that the Thunder just did, where it took them years to build this in the perfect way that they wanted to. And the idea that you're going to wait till get a clean sheet, as they say, get your finances in order because you think because Giannis and Jokic are going to be free agents maybe by 2027. That's not a plan. You can't just punt on 2 years of Luka's prime because you're waiting for a plus 30 Giannis or a Jokic, who I would bet more that Jokic stays in Denver, that Luka's a Laker for the rest of his life. Like, Jokic isn't going anywhere.
But they might want younger guys by then anyway.
Fine, but you
at least have options. Like, you got to. Well, first of all, you make it sound like it's 10 years from now. It's 2 years from now. You're punting on this season. Why not punt on the future next season?
I think that's being too harsh. I know I'm just saying that Rob Pelinka isn't a great GM, but I think with Luka and LeBron together, which is why I keep them together this season, I want to see what that is. And you're going to say, well, you get Luka and trade him away to the Cavs. First of all, if you buy him out, then you get nothing. But you trade him to the Cavs, are you sure you're getting something back that's actually going to be worth it? I don't do that if I'm the Lakers. So to me, this is all pretty cut and dry. Luka, LeBron play together this year, see what happens, and then LeBron goes somewhere in his final season next year, and it's the Cavs if they want to do some homecoming thing or something else, and everyone can celebrate LeBron farewell tour.
Okay, but one thing I will give you. So in this plan, you're still keeping everything open for 2027. You're not.
Well, they didn't sign LeBron past this year.
So let me ask you a question.
It kind of naturally works out. I don't know why we need all this drama.
Well, because LeBron wants, I think the whole thing started. LeBron, as always, wants you to go all in immediately and use every possible resource and every future draft pick to build a team right now. So let me ask you a question. Would you do that to really maybe give this Luka LeBron team a chance?
I need to know.
Would you have done that?
I need to know, what that is. Like, if it was trying to trade with the Knicks for Mikal Bridges, like, I don't know what the thing was that they wanted. First of all, he's not available, and secondly, like, I don't know what this master plan was. I mean, I do think that there is some. Maybe I'm not in the weeds enough on this, but it did feel like LeBron sent a message: "Hey, go all in now. I don't want to just be here and have a really thin team around me." And that's, I think, the problem with the Lakers. They have no depth, no size. Okay,
they got rid of Anthony Davis. They have no defense.
Yeah,
I don't know why he didn't opt out. Apparently, probably was bad. He's like, well, I'm going to make them pay $53 million this year.
Keep me around.
I mean, honestly, the whole thing seems real. I think that's why LeBron is sitting there at Summer League looking uncomfortable, because the whole thing seems like a mess right now. That's why the NBA step in, get him to Cleveland. Wouldn't that be a poetic season? Wouldn't you be so much more excited about the 2025-26 NBA season if LeBron James was on the Cavs? Would that just change everything?
What's the difference between this year and next year? I think he's going to end up on the Cavs maybe anyway. So
a year. I mean, I think because of the timeline of LeBron, I don't know how much great basketball he has left in him.
We've been saying that for a while. But I would also...
Well, I mean, come on. There is reality,
Okay.
Maggie. I mean...
EJ, put this on the poll. What would you rather see for the upcoming season? LeBron James and Luka Doncic get another year together, or LeBron James is on the Cavs? Is this another one where Perloff's going to win this poll by a landslide and I'm just not seeing it? Because I want to see another year of Luka and LeBron.
Well, I think maybe people will find LeBron on the Cavs obnoxious, but they're kidding themselves because I think that would be the storyline. That would just raise everything. All of a sudden, the East is incredibly interesting. The East with all those injured stars like LeBron or whatever, real path to the finals. I mean, I don't. The Lakers, the odds are actually pretty good on the Lakers to get out of the West. I think they're the 4th team. But I don't see it at all. I think they should be like the 8th team because you have so much strength there. You have you have the Thunder. How are the Lakers going to beat the Thunder?
Well, how's anybody going to beat the Thunder? We said this about the Nuggets. I mean, this is when after you win the title, you look indestructible.
Well, yeah,
and
true.
then things happen.
Well, I think the officials could come down on the Thunder and stop all that Alex Caruso and Jokic intentional fouling that they didn't even call.
Oh.
I think that's one thing to do. That's one thing that could stop the Thunder is they start calling all the fouls. Denver's going to be. They really improved. Minnesota always seems to get to the Western Conference Finals. I don't know how. I mean, they do have Anthony Edwards. Then you have Houston. You have San Antonio. You have the Clippers.
Golden State.
Oh, I'm not really counting them now. They haven't really done anything this offseason. They're kind of on the periphery to me. But you have just so much size and talent in the West that I don't give. Am I crazy? Am I missing something? Like, do Luka and LeBron, how are they going to get enough defense to get out of that conference?
Well, that's for JJ Redick to figure out. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. What do you want to see, LeBron and Luka together for another year, or do you want to see LeBron go to the Cavs? Here's another part of this, and I understand I'm saying, it's cut and dry. Just put Luka and LeBron together, and maybe I'm oversimplifying things because I'm not thinking about everyone's feelings. And pardon me if I'm not worried about how everyone is feeling and if everyone's caught up in their feelings, because is this situation with the passive aggressiveness and even if you don't know the TikTok of all the details, you've seen the LeBron playbook for the last 20 years. It's basically that. Can they survive this season together? Like, can LeBron and Jeannie Buss, who's still in charge technically, even though there's a new owner, and JJ Redick and Luka, and the attention that the Lakers get, can they actually survive and be productive, or is all the outside noise going to be too much for this situation? Oh,
yeah. I mean, who would be the problem in this scenario?
Well, LeBron. Rich
Paul.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, LeBron will play ball, I think. And he did, in the story on ESPN, they did point out that LeBron reached out to Luka's camp and said, "We love you, Luka. We love playing with you." So I don't see LeBron. I mean, unless you're talking about, say he is there game 1. Is there a chance the Warriors make a move for him at the trade deadline like they did last year or 2 years ago? Maybe. But no, that LeBron and Luka are pros. There's not going to be any kind of that drama, like a James Harden, KD kind of thing. I don't see that happening at all. Do you see that?
It'd be more just LeBron with his, passive aggressiveness. I mean, this is how he's operated. So let's hear from LeBron's proxy, shall we? His agent, Rich Paul, was on Sirius XM NBA radio yesterday. So the Laker reports about possibly trading him or the turmoil. Let's see what Rich Paul had to say about that.
There's so many voices in today's game and around today's game and media and things like that. And everyone has a job to do. For us, hey, let those people do their job. It's not for us to rebuttal or to try to give clarity on what's said, what's not said. That's not the focus. The focus is, hey, man, enjoy your summer. Obviously, I wear a lot of different hats, so I have a lot of things on my plate.
Okay. Let's hear another one before I get into Rich Paul. He said he just wants LeBron to focus on finding joy in playing basketball.
There's never been an expectation on anyone like it's been on him. But my thing is just continue to find your joy. You can't go out here and try to prove everyone wrong or, align with or wanting to make sure that everyone is right. The critique is going to be the critique.
We all thought LeBron was fine until Rich Paul put out a statement saying that maybe things weren't fine. I had no idea that LeBron was this ticked off about not getting a contract. I mean, maybe if I'd really sat down and thought about it, I guess I could have gotten there. I thought everything was fine until you guys said it wasn't fine. So find joy playing basketball, fine. It's also a job after 25 years, and LeBron has a million reasons to be joyful. Nobody knew there was tension until the James camp put it out there that there's tension.
Well, I listen, I understand it's part of the report. I don't think it's just a multi-year contract extension because of the wording of Rich Paul's original statement. I don't think he thinks he can win a title there. Remember, he said he wants to compete for a championship.
Right.
So, LeBron is he doesn't care about ring culture. Was what do you call a statement where you say something that's completely true about yourself?
Deflecting? No, not deflecting. Something like that.
Projecting.
He's obviously an all-time ring chaser. I don't think he thinks he can win a ring here, and I think he wants one more ring for the Jordan thing, right?
Then again, why opt in? You could have just left and went to the Cavs if you think that's it, right?
Well, he let that leave a lot of money on the table. He wasn't doing that.
He's also got to buy a team
I feel like
in
he'll
Vegas.
make it up. I feel like he can find it somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'm being naive that the $50 million is going to be the difference about whether or not he can buy the Las Vegas team or not.
Well, remember, I was arguing I think about that. Yeah, like $50 million is a drop in the bucket. I don't know. LeBron's always taking the money, though, right, EJ?
Yeah, exactly. This is besides the Miami Heat situation, he's almost never really taken less or taken a discount. So if he opted out this year, the teams that had salary cap room were the Nets and nobody.
Right.
So it pretty much would have been, all right, sign for the mid-level exception and play for, $13, $14 million. And I don't think that was, applicable to him at all.
Right.
I don't think that was even a part of the consideration, which is why he tried to opt in and then maybe see if the Lakers would trade him. I think that was the goal, and that didn't work. So that hasn't worked so far.
Right.
Okay.
And I just think that, are you finding joy? Are we playing to win, or do we just want to get the most money possible? Because you might not be able to get, but you might not get that at 40.
He's LeBron. He wants the world.
I understand. He's had it. It's been his world. We're talking about him. I mean, it's always his world until he retires, and then we'll just keep talking about him and Michael Jordan. It's never not been his world.
But he's really smart. He's always looked at a team and said, well, this is a situation where I can win a title. He went to Miami to win a title. He went back to Cleveland because he knew Kyrie was awesome. Then he went back to L.A. because he knew Anthony Davis was eventually going to get there or something. I don't know.
They orchestrated that.
Yeah, right. So I think that he's always kind of had the ring on his mind. So the Lakers are just in a tough spot right now. They just don't have enough flexibility to build out the roster, to me, defensively around these two guys. So he wants to get somewhere where they have loads of talent.
Okay, Machiavelli, then what's he doing?
Cleveland.
Okay, but is Cleveland doing this?
No, probably not.
Okay, then the plan sucks.
Well, that's the thing. LeBron's got to make a lot of noise. Rich Paul, I don't know why Rich Paul is kind of just saying, hey, we got to enjoy our summer. I wish he would come out here and say, get me to Cleveland. I mean, listen, if I could make the perfect scenario, of course, there's only one perfect scenario. That's that he goes to the Mavs. That would be amazing. It would be the incredible revenge tour of the Mavs versus the Lakers. Nico Harris, I mean, that would be amazing. And then somehow Kyrie gets healthy enough to play this season. They have Kyrie, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and bring out J.R. Smith, all the former LeBron teammates.
Shumpert.
Chris Paul. Is Chris Paul signed yet?
It's like a tribute band.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Or a super band, whatever they're called.
Yes. That would be, they are. There was some report out, by the way, and sorry, who is Scoop Robinson? He's got Scoop in his name. Has a Twitter report.
No, his last name's not Robinson.
Scoop B. Robinson?
Yeah, Scoop B. Robinson.
Scoopy.
No, not the famous Scoop. There's another Scoop.
Scoop Jackson was.
Yeah,
Jackson.
But Scoop B. Robinson came out.
There's Scoop B. Robinson.
Yeah, is
I've
Scoop
met
B.
him
Robinson
before,
legit?
Yeah. Zach
Okay.
on his show.
So he said there are four teams: the Mavs, the Cavs, the Clippers, and there's one other team. He said this Sunday night.
Mavs,
The
Warriors, Cavs,
Warriors.
Clippers.
Yeah. So Clippers, I don't need to see really, but I would love to see him on the Mavs or the Cavs. Clippers, it feels like they always find the banana peel in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know it's different with Ballmer, but it still feels kind of like a. Ugh.
They're really old. That would be an old team.
It would be funny if the Lakers were able to get Cooper Flag out of this.
Don't worry.
Did you see Bronny goes to
Just
Cooper
wait
Flag?
5 years.
Did you say Bronny? I don't know if this is even a real video. It says Cooper Flag, you're going to get traded for Rui Hachimura.
No way, that's real.
No.
And then, okay, that wasn't real.
I don't know. It
And then
doesn't sound real.
And then then Cooper Flag anyway, Bronny and Cooper Flag, that was a great matchup. They were. I want to see the Mavs and the Lakers battle it out in the second round of the playoffs with LeBron. Come on, that's what I mean. We need drama. LeBron and Luka, that might work, Maggie. You're right, but that doesn't feel heavy enough. We need something a little more easy to grab onto.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, what do you want to see? Do you actually want to see LeBron and Luka for another season, or do you want to see LeBron go to the Cavs?
Or the anywhere else.
Or anywhere else,
But
okay.
for the poll, the Cavs. But the Mavs and the Warriors would be exciting, too. We need some excitement. Come on. The Thunder Pacers, that was good basketball.
We got Game 7.
It was good basketball, but it lacked the superstars. You had SGA, who's kind of a newer super. You need, you know what I mean? You need these Hall of Famers at the biggest possible stage. Make it happen. Can Adam Silver interject here?
Get LeBron specific. I think I'd love to hear from the Warrior fans, because this has been a tap dance that's been happening for quite a long time. And I don't know.
Right. Like, pull the trigger here, guys.
Let's do this thing, right?
That's good.
888-710-4ISN.
That's a second poll. Which team would you most want to see him on, if not the Lakers?
Cavs, Mavs.
Warriors might win that one.
Warriors.
What's up, by the way? Jonathan Kuminga has been this chip out there that he's somehow involved in this. Get Jonathan Kuminga to the Lakers to build around with Luka. We got to work something out here, Maggie. And I'm looking at you, EJ, and Manny. Like, if we
What do you
all
want me to do?
Interns.
present an idea to Rich Paul and somebody to get LeBron out of L.A. That's my goal.
Okay, yeah, I'll just text him right now.
Yeah, get on that.
Yeah, call Shep and just send an email.
710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, got a lot of LeBron James on the docket for you today. We've got more, including Christian McCaffrey, an update on him. We also have to get to the NFL and college football, which we want to do, which we will do, and we'll be talking about coaches. We do that all today. Happy Monday, everybody. We're back. Maggie Perloff.
LeBron James.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. "45 seconds remaining. "30 seconds remaining. "15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop bosses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the
Welcome back, Maggie and Perloff Show. Okay. Bear with me on this thesis. Tennis desperately needed Sinner to beat Alcaraz yesterday.
Yeah.
And it happened because it got to the point where it looked like Alcaraz was going to win every tournament from here ad infinitum, forever.
Yeah.
Like, it just like, thank God Sinner won that match. He lost 5 in a row to Alcaraz, including that dramatic French Open. Otherwise, in my mind, that rivalry was gone. And I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this because I love domination in sports. Watching Alcaraz win every single tournament was getting kind of boring. I mean, it wasn't for me.
Okay. I mean, yeah, to be a real rivalry, both guys got to win a lot.
Exactly.
Right. I loved how we tried to make Serena Williams versus Maria Sharapova into a rivalry. I think Sharapova beat her once.
Well, early it seemed like Sharapova was first, right? She was, or no.
No. Serena was first, and then Sharapova beat her once.
Yeah, like
and
a nice little flurry.
It was like, all right, here we go. And then Serena was just like, just mowed her down. But
yeah, no, I mean, Serena was great, but it took a long time. Serena was also part of like Venus and Serena. There was a lot going on here. We can't just have Alcaraz win every tournament. Basically, it would be like Federer with no Nadal, Federer with no Djokovic. Like you need 2 guys. And I actually saw something interesting. It would have been unprecedented if Alcaraz had won 3 Wimbledons in a row. That never happens. So this is good. This is like, thank God. Otherwise, we would have nothing. Because my guy Ben Shelton's never winning.
Oh, man.
Taylor Fritz is never winning. No American's ever winning. It's going to be Alcaraz and Sinner forever. Because once you're the best tennis player, you win every major. That's how it is now. There's no, when's the last time we had a Cinderella story in a major? It doesn't happen anymore, right?
Now I got to think about that a little bit.
It's been like the college football playoff throughout the 2010s. Like, you have the same guys every single time.
And those guys were dominating, and now we're in this new era with Alcaraz and Sinner being the 2 best guys. But can I tell you something? I think most of the audience probably wasn't as locked. I think we need a little bit more history between the 2 of them. But they're a great rivalry. They're not even close to the best rivalry in sports right now, though.
Best individual rivalry in sports?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best rivalry in sports right now still is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And they don't play the same position. They don't play. I just think there's still the residual bad blood from college. People get riled up about this thing, not just online, but I think there's like I think there really is a rivalry there. Maybe eventually be Caitlin and Paige Beckers. Maybe it's LeBron versus Father Time or LeBron versus Michael Jordan or something like that. LeBron versus Steph Curry. But if you were thinking about the biggest rivalry right now, the best one we have, I think it's Caitlin and Angel. I think that would win over Sinner and Alcaraz in public mind.
Well, I feel like the Caitlin Angel one's a little manufactured, though. Like, I feel like the media wants it to be a great rivalry, but is it really like delivering on the court?
Well, in college it did. They met in the finals and they met in the Elite Eight, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
That was big.
Yeah.
Trash talking each other. I mean, it crossed over and become this huge story.
It still feels a little forced to me. It feels like it's like outside issues are being put upon the two of them, because they're very popular.
Right.
And the media loves to make this a big deal, because you get a lot of clicks when you mention Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But I feel like it's kind of lost a little sizzle.
Okay, but here's
Because I think it was higher about a year ago.
maybe, but I'll give it the Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't know if we can do that. I'll give it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think it's still got more juice right now, because the other thing about Sinner and Alcaraz, and this is, I think, a newer thing in tennis, and I don't like it, by the way, and I'm blaming Federer and Nadal for this. They always were saying how great friends they were behind the scenes.
You cannot be serious.
I need to go back to the Johnny Mac Borg stuff where I don't think they really I don't think John McEnroe liked anybody.
Oh, they liked each other.
You think so?
Oh, boy, McEnroe openly worshipped Borg. He hated Connors.
Connors. Okay.
Yeah.
But at least we had somebody. Yeah, Connors and McEnroe, because they were both Americans. And yeah. But I just think that I want these guys to not like each other. We do this with the women all the time. It's like they're petty and all that stuff behind the scenes. I want the tennis players, it's like this big love fest after the final. I love you. It's like, all right, let's get a little tension.
Nah, it's not in today's day and age.
No,
That's
like,
the problem with these young athletes.
Our sweaters and Rolexes on,
Yeah,
and do our
making
acceptance speeches after the match is over.
Do you think that they're taking any less, like, it makes it any less intense on the court? Like, obviously, they're still going out to kill each other.
Yeah, but I want the whole thing, especially when it's individuals,
Yeah, like boxers, like Frazier and Ali had obviously a lot of issues off the ring, outside the ring.
They were also selling fights, which I think kind of makes people sometimes go to the lower denominator. But, some of the things that Ali has said, But I think that I want the full 360, like, date your ex.
But there's too much money. These guys are too rich. If you're making $1 billion a year, or whatever these tennis players are making, like, you're making too much money, how can you have any animosity towards anyone?
Okay, according to the ATPtour.com, I got career earnings, prize money.
Yeah, I mean, that's half their income, right?
Yeah, it's only half the income. You're right about that.
Yeah.
But this looks like the latest. Anyone want to make some guesses here? Sinner and Alcaraz, they're actually very close.
They're both young, right?
It's basically
Sinner's
the same.
23 or
23 for Sinner, 22 for Alcaraz. The career prize money, not endorsements.
Who has more money?
Just how much do you think they've made?
111 million.
No, just prize money.
Right. Oh, that was prize money. Okay. Oh, that I said 111 million prize money.
I don't know what it is, but Carlos Alcaraz, I think, has more.
47 million for Alcaraz and 45 million for Sinner.
Right. So Alcaraz probably makes what, 100 million a year in marketing?
Play tennis, kids.
No, play golf, because that's nothing for golf. Yeah.
Play the individual sports, kids. Forget the team sports. Be selfish.
Yeah, who needs
play basketball though? That's making a lot of money now.
I know, but you got to be like 6'7" to even get a sniff. Let's get to Bogusch. Bogusch, what do you think? Best rivalry in sports right now? Is it Sinner and Alcaraz? Or
it is not.
Caitlin and Angel, right?
I mean, we'd like it to be, in terms of like talked about and words spent on it. It probably is, but it's not on the field in actual competition. I still think that's like a Michigan, Ohio State kind of answer.
Still just the team rivalry.
Yeah, because
Michigan, Ohio State though has 100 years of history.
Yeah, I know, but I don't even know. I don't know what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese actually think about each other. To be honest, like, we know that Michigan and Ohio State do not like each other. We're planting flags and tackling people and being angry. Like, we've created more of the drama around those two than anything else.
But they have a 100-year head start.
Well,
there's a lot of time for animosity to build up.
Of course.
I get the sense that Angel and Caitlin are moving toward each other instead of away from each other in terms of animosity.
No,
but maybe that's wishful thinking on my part.
We came in. Caitlin did not pick Angel on the All-Star team, guys.
Yeah, I don't see that. They had an incident this year.
Yeah, I don't think they like each other.
I'm not sure I think both of them.
Flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese. Angel Reese got up, wanted to go after her. Like, there's definitely no love lost there. I
don't know. It just feels, as Bogue said, it feels a little forced. I think it's more likely that it becomes a Caitlin Page or Caitlin Juju kind of rivalry long run. It's kind of like, maybe it's like Magic and Bird didn't really cover each other either, and they had the famous Bird Magic thing, but then they became great friends in like '85, right? I don't know. It's just the whole thing seems a little, as Bogue said, put upon.
What about Josh Allen Mahomes?
That's what I was thinking too.
You got Lamar in there too because he
'Cause I
plays the same. He plays
Yeah.
Mahomes every year.
I don't
too.
prescribe to the theory that someone has to win for it to be a rivalry. That's dumb. Like
I do.
Oklahoma State's a rivalry. Like there are so many rivalries in football, especially where one team always loses and it's still a rivalry.
Yeah, but not historically. I'm sure through the years, if Oklahoma beat Oklahoma State 100 times in a row, it wouldn't. I'm sure.
I mean,
back in the day, Oklahoma State had to beat them sometime. I don't.
No
Maybe
disrespect
I'm
to the
wrong
Cowboys,
about this.
but that I know that season series probably looks terrible for them. Bedlam. I mean.
Okay,
look
but
at the
you
programs.
also have a geographic thing that helps boost that, where you're living amongst. Like if
No,
you're,
exactly. That's my point, though, is that there are things that go into it that go beyond wins and losses that make a rivalry, is my point.
You're right about that. When I mentioned Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova, right? People try to make that a rivalry. Serena crushed her. I mean, that all-time head-to-head is not great, but there were way more societal implications, right? It's like, why is Sharapova getting paid more in endorsements when she isn't even close to what Serena was because she's like a cute blonde or whatever it was.
Right, and to me, like even like taking that away, like Josh Allen and Mahomes, I think is a rivalry. Josh Allen hasn't quote unquote beat Mahomes, but like
he does
to
in the
me-
regular
to me-
season.
yeah, and to me,
Hey,
there
Manny
you go,
just gave me
man.
a sarcastic
There you go,
thumbs up.
Maggie. But
you
no, but
jerk.
like there's
Go Bills.
clearly like these are big events when those guys face each other still.
Go Bills.
Like I don't think that because Josh Allen loses, that means that it's not a rivalry. Like I don't see it that way.
Yeah, the games have been good.
Yeah, the games are great. They're very competitive. Like
I mean, it's the NFL. Like they'll throw anything on the TV, and everybody's watching. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that rivalry has the heat that you guys are saying because I feel like the Chiefs could play anybody. It's gonna be a massive race.
you don't think Bills and Chiefs are
I think
one of
anybody
the,
could
the marquee matchups of the season. When they play?
definitely, but it could be anybody in that AFC title game against the Chiefs, and 37 million people are going to tune in. Like I don't think it's so. Like, I don't think it's like feels the same as Steelers Cowboys in the 70s to me.
I think Chiefs and Bengals was better than Chiefs and Bills.
Oh,
Because the
that was an
Bengals
issue.
actually
That is a
beat
rivalry.
them
Right.
in the postseason. Sure.
No,
Maybe.
and also too they didn't like each other. Burrowhead and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrowhead my ass!
I knew you
gotta-
had that ready.
You got to have some juice. You got to have heat.
But I mean, to Maggie's point, Josh Allen loves that. Everybody loves Josh Allen, and Josh Allen loves everybody. Like he's not going to have any heat.
But think
with
about that
everybody.
one time when he lost to Mahomes, or rather, Allen beat Mahomes. What happened after the game?
And Mahomes complained, but not to Josh because he loves Josh Allen. Like they're great
Well, he
friends.
did complain to Josh Allen.
No, he
We
wouldn't
complained
even
about
shake
his
hand
own team
nicely.
because he's so. Yeah, he said Josh. He's just screwed me over. He was like he was like telling a friend, like, God, did you see what just happened to me? They're very close friends, I think, aren't they? I mean,
I don't know.
I
I don't
mean,
want to know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I-
Mahomes is such good with that friends with Allen. He's like, Josh, that was a great game, but did you see what my own live? Like he was like, probably texting him afterwards. He's like, yeah, you won that one, but give me a break here, dude. They are definitely buddies. Like, come on, Josh Allen. Who could ever be mad at that little guy?
But we're talking about legacy
Little.
stuff. Yeah,
He's
jeez.
like 6'10".
He's like a kid.
He said take the door down.
He's like 30 now.
It's like the size of a giraffe.
That's a
But he's got
man.
like a little boy quality, and everybody does love him. You ever heard other people talk about Josh Allen? It's like, oh my God, he's like everybody's best friend.
Built like a buffalo.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad he's not doing that quarterback show on Netflix because I've continued to watch that and it's tough. I'm assuming he's not doing it, Josh Allen, that is, because he doesn't want people to see his life behind the scenes. He's really, really private, and I get that. But I'm sitting there watching Kirk Cousins and his brother singing to Cher, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
these
by the
guys
way.
are putting themselves out there.
I got a text from Manny yesterday, and it's just no context. I hate Kirk Cousins.
Have
And
you been watching the show?
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
Well, when I got that text, I thought it was because of Mrs. Kirk Cousins, because usually when Manny hates an athlete, it's some kind of girlfriend-wife thing related.
Yeah, the
So I was
patriarchy.
like, I haven't seen Kirk Cousins' wife, but he's a quarterback, so I don't know. He's like, no, not that. He's just annoying. I want to punch his face. I'm like, is that bad, huh?
Respectfully, I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I want to drown him in a Roy Rogers. Is that allowed?
Oh, my
Is that
God.
allowed?
Everybody's
Cut it
against
with the
Kirk.
Coke and
my
grenadine. Guys, it's like you found the Holy Grail. It's a freaking drink. No, I mean, they seem like nice
Well,
people.
that I get. Like Dr. Pepper, I get very passionate about soda too.
I love
I
Dr.
relate
Pepper.
to everything Kirk Cousins was doing.
I was like, these guys are my North Star.
I've been going to Great
Kirk
Clips
Cousins?
for 20 years.
Okay.
I travel
Oh, let's
for
sing
work.
Cher.
No.
Great
The-
Clips. Oh.
The worst part, and I also say this respectfully, but also kind of like, what are you doing, dude? He's coaching his kids' flag football team. They're 5 years old, the kids?
Spider Y2 banana on one. Ready? Break.
He's telling him the kid to go out of bounds so
Yeah.
they can bleed clock.
That was controversial.
What are you doing, man? He's like, I couldn't really get out of coach mode. It's like, we noticed. If I was a parent on the other side, I'd be like, dude, you got to chill out, no?
Nah, you gotta instill good game management early. Otherwise, like you're gonna be the Bills.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
he's got to play he's got to do the NFL player bit. He can't be the NFL player that's just like doesn't know clock management,
By the way.
doesn't know anything. Even
like-
with 5 years old, I think you got to just do the job.
It's like, dude, I'm proud of you, kid. You ran out of bounds, like I said.
His kids are athletes.
Yeah,
by the way.
they're
I
good.
did notice, like, oh wow,
They
they're
don't need
really
his
good.
help.
They're playing in the basement. I'm like, God, they could already help him in Atlanta, maybe. One thing about that's where I got the Josh Allen. Jared Goff and Josh Allen are clearly besties. Jared Goff, I think all these guys are friends. That's my point. Like, there's no rivalries. They're all tight. Quarterbacks have a lot of economic incentive to be together. Like, I don't think we're going to get hatred.
What's the best rivalry right now? 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
Is there a golf one, by the way? Like Rory gets live, some kind of like.
Well, Rory gave up on that. Well, they dumped Rory basically, and he stopped fighting.
And Koepka and DeChambeau sort of became friends again, or something. There, remember they hated
turned
each
down
other.
the heat on that because I think they're both live guys, so they
Yeah,
probably have to come
that's
together
the
for the
problem.
greater good.
Is there? That's the bottom line. There's too much money for a lot of these. Like,
you know, the Saudis can't catch a break.
yeah. I mean, honestly,
Kidding.
Carlos Alcaraz falls asleep on a bet of money. How much hatred can you actually get?
When they put on the sweater and the Rolex right after the match is always the most insufferable moment.
Well, and the crazy thing with Sinner is he has a very controversial PED suspension in
Nobody
his
cares.
history, and no one cares. Like,
I know.
that
But he's
should make
skinny.
him
like, what a
an
great
easy
story.
target.
I'm like, what?
No, because he's smart. He's skinny. He's not going, like
Skinny
the
fat,
old, like the 90s guys with he's not getting 100 on the test like Barry Bonds.
His
He's
head,
smart.
his head didn't grow.
He got
Yes.
caught. 100
Not
on the
really.
test, 0 on the test.
But I don't think anyone has a problem as long as you don't get too muscular. Like
You don't have a problem.
Like,
Yeah.
He didn't pull a Luis Gonzalez and all of a sudden have 50 homers in a year. Like he's fine. He was a good player before. He took a little blood doping or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, he's not
Tennis.
getting 100 on the test. He's number 1 in the world, and he just won Wimbledon.
Maggie, he's skinnier than me.
Let's pause on that for a second. You can tell us what's the best rivalry in sports right now. I'm going to go with Caitlin and Angel. I think that's still blowing everybody out of the water. But what say you? Bogusch, hang with us, will you? Because we got a lot of headlines. 888-710-4ISN. By the way, Twitter back up. Thank you, Kaplan. Better than Elon. Kaplan figured it out, so thank you. At Maggie Gray. YouTube.com/Infinity Sportsnet and Twitch.tv/Infinity Sports Network.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. .30 seconds remaining. .15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Maggie and Perloff Show, asking you, what's the best sports rivalry right now? Perloff saying Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. I'm saying Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Are you not saying that? Am I putting words in your mouth?
I did not say that. To say it's the greatest rivalry implies that everybody in America cares, and I don't think we're there.
Well, they're not American players, so it's going to take a lot more, I think, for us to care about them.
But I was thinking about Federer and Nadal. It took a long time. They had to play a lot before we really engaged with those guys, right? As I recall, like it wasn't an immediate, like they were like, oh, this weird left-handed clay guy is coming up. I think if they play for 5 years at this level, then we'll be involved. But right now, I mean, I don't walk in, I don't hear a lot of random conversations about the rivalry.
Right.
I hear a lot about Alcaraz.
Right.
I just don't know if Sinner is quite there.
I mean, is there one more missing? America, 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
I feel like boxing, golf, MMA, give us something here. But it's not easy because the golf guys, Rory seems to be back with the live guys. I don't really know what's going on there.
I mean, who can figure that out?
And
Bogusch has headlines for it. Yes. And
Phil and Tiger, is he retired? I don't know.
Phil and Tiger, 2008 called.
Phil won a major with the last 3 years.
Your headlines are sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Deeper. We will always remember where we were yesterday when the Washington Nationals stunned the baseball world with the #1 pick of the amateur draft.
With the first pick of the 2025 MLB draft, the Washington Nationals select Eli Willits, a shortstop from Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma.
And then we all fainted, Rob Manfred. High school shortstop Ethan Holiday or LSU lefty Kate Anderson was expected to go #1 overall yesterday, But the Nats took Willits, whom they say has the best bat and glove in this draft. His dad, Reggie, played in the majors.
Reggie Willits' kid is playing in the bigs now?
Oh,
my God.
Will soon be 2 Matt Holliday kids. Ethan ending up going 4th to the Rockies, who drafted his dad, and then he made 3 All-Star games as a Rocky. Ethan and Jackson are the 3rd brothers to be top 10 picks.
Imagine being Matt Holliday.
Yeah. Bogusch, I would like you to spend 45 minutes explaining the economics of why they picked that guy. Because that's why the MLB draft will never be fun. For the exact it's ridiculous. Like the different reasons they drafted, it's all money, right?
Well, the number 2 pick in particular was a real stunner. The Angels took a college pitcher that no one thought was that good. Like he was like the 7th or 8th best pitcher in this draft, and he was the first pitcher taken.
Right,
that was about saving money.
Right, they don't want Scott Boras in the building, I'm assuming, at some point. Or I don't know if that's the case. But
so, like each pick has a value, and you want what teams sometimes do is they pick somebody as a surprise in the first round, and then sign him under slot value, and then they flip that money into like the 2nd or 3rd round and overpay for someone there.
Right, like I like the NBA, you take Cooper Flagg because he's awesome. No.
I mean, this draft is always different because you're never picking somebody to come right to your team. So this draft is never like anybody else's draft, and then the economics make it even more confusing, and it's definitely not value-based.
Yeah, baseball.
Get these broke boy owners out of the game.
Oh.
I'm so sick of these guys.
Well, the
They are
Nationals
ruining
one,
baseball.
The Nationals one is interesting because they just fired their longtime GM and their manager.
Who's like not doing that bad a job, it seems like.
And he's been there for a long
Well,
time, and they made the World Series, but didn't make the
That Juan
playoffs.
Soto trade was a fleece. Like he fleeced
But
the
that's the
Padres.
last good thing he did.
No, but I mean, okay.
Juan's been on 3 other teams since then.
Yeah, and all the guys on that trade are basically they're stars.
Yeah.
They're rising players.
But the other 20 guys in the roster are terrible. They're worse than the Marlins right now.
Oof.
I just feel like it's an owner thing. It's not a general manager thing.
Do you think the Washington owners are broke?
If we're talking about we don't want to spend money on a first round draft pick,
No.
What are we doing?
It's a little different than that. It's like, let's say this slot is $8 million of value. I'm going to draft this guy and pay him $6 million, and I'm going to take that $2 million and move it backwards to overpay for somebody in the second round. So they're still spending money.
Yeah.
They're just allotting it differently.
And the 2 top guys would have been really difficult for them to bring into the fold the way they wanted to. There was reasons they didn't take those guys financially, right? Basically, it's a little free agency.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. By the way, I was going to save it for MLB 500, but there was one clear winner yesterday at the MLB draft.
You have to tell me this or save it because I don't know what you're talking about.
Philadelphia Phillies drafted the only college player that we know,
it.
Gage Wood, no-hitter guy.
No-hitter guy.
Yeah, that was the top headline out of the MLB draft. 1, that the Nationals picked someone no one would expect them to pick, and 2, the Phillies got the no-hitter guy. Remember we did that, Maggie?
I remember Gage Wood. You don't forget that name.
And he went in the first round of the Phillies. I feel like this is the best draft pick we've ever had.
Did you draft Mike Smith?
Wow,
The name Gage Wood. Gage Wood?
Did you draft
That
Jimmy
guy-
Rollins?
Well, yeah, I guess if you look back at it that way. But like, I wasn't that excited the day they picked Jimmy Rollins. This is I don't know anybody in this MLB draft, but I know Gage Wood. No, Bogusch?
And now he's a Philly.
I guess so. And he's probably coming up soon.
Where did Gage Wood go to school?
LSU?
Nope.
No. Oklahoma State?
Nope.
Colder.
Vanderbilt?
No.
Nope. Warmer.
Rice?
No.
Very cold. Ice
Seton
cold.
Hall?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
St.
Just trying to think where it is.
Sub-zero temperatures.
Iona College.
They're good pitchers out of Seton Hall. There are a bunch of pros out of there.
DeVry.
PJ Carlosimo.
Arkansas, right?
I'm going to go with
Better say it quick.
Boise State.
It was Arkansas.
Ding, ding, ding.
Arkansas, guys. Arkansas.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Daily was waiting by that glowing screen, hoping night shift crown would go to the king. Ship held it down night after night, with fire in his voice and truth in his mic. But the news came in like a cold hard slap. Pat Boyle's got it, felt like a trap. No shade on the kid, but let's be real, Shepard earned a late night deal. Now Shepard ain't sleeping and Daly's in tears. The Shepard maniac's been loyal for years. We stayed up late, we rode every wave, but they gave it to Pat and dug Ship's grave. So we howled the moon and cursed at the sky, asking one question: why, oh why, oh why? Meanwhile, Bellotti still don't show up for work. No call, no text, just gone with a smirk. Yet Ship clocked in through the thick and the thin. Rain or shine, he'd always check in. Infinity, you broke our trust. We wanted Shep and that's a must. You picked a Boyle, but we needed flame. Now the overnights just won't be the same. Yeah, Shep ain't sleeping, we're twisted with rage. You skipped the vet for the new kid on stage. From the Bronx to the burbs, we're standing tall. Shep, a maniacs, answer every call. So crank up the static, let the record show. There's only one man for that late night blow. Pat's got the slot, but it don't feel right, 'cause Shep ain't sleeping, not tonight. That ain't sleeping.
It's Wednesday.
Still ghosting.
1 minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Does Christian McCaffrey have to be his old self for the 49ers to win a Super Bowl? Welcome to the show. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Pearl, not shockingly, got some glowing comments here from teammate Kyle Juszczyk about McCaffrey, telling The Athletic that he's the best player in the NFL, arguably the best player in the NFL, and that he looks amazing. So we're expecting a fully healthy Christian McCaffrey. And, you know, the one thing about the 49ers, obviously the offense looked way different, not just without him last year, but without Brandon Ayuk and with, you know, guys working back from injury all over the offense. But Do they need him to be like an MVP type candidate like he was 2 years ago for them to get to the Super Bowl?
Okay. With the caveat that I was completely wrong about Saquon Barkley upping the Eagles game last year, this can't be true. Like the Niners obviously almost won a Super Bowl without Christian McCaffrey in 2019. If I look at the Niners, the number 1 and 2 problems: 1, the defense has been descending for the last 5 years. 2, their special teams was awful last year. I think that they just paid their quarterback $50-something million. They've drafted nothing but first-round receivers. They have a Hall of Fame tight end. Do you really need Christian McCaffrey to put this offense on his back? That seems messed up to me.
I think they do, though, because I think it's McCaffrey's ability to run the ball, but also in the pass game. I think Kyle Shanahan, there's a reason why they, in some ways, I don't say overpaid, if that's possible, for Christian McCaffrey, considering his injury history and where he was. You know, they got so close to your overtime in the Super Bowl where he also was not 100% in that game. And had he been, maybe they are actually the Super Bowl champions and it's not Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce 2 years ago. So I think it is. He's just one of those players with this type of team where it almost feels like you could have every other thing around you is going to be okay. And he's like that missing kind of special sauce. And I know they didn't have him. They had Mostert. What was it in 2019? Was he their starting running back in that Super Bowl?
They've always been a committee. And Breida, I think, was there. They've always been committee.
But if it's so easy to replace them, then how come they couldn't do that last year?
Because the last couple of years, they've churned through 20 guys. Like, remember, Isaac Guerrero got in there. He got hurt. Patrick Taylor got hurt.
Yeah.
There was a guy who's on another team now who got hurt. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But to me, I understand. I totally understand what you're saying. But isn't Robert Saleh coming in like in a way, a bigger deal, like getting that defense back to where it was? Well, he's the highest paid defensive coordinator in football. I feel like Nick Bosa is also a big part of the story. Like, they need to be ferocious again. They need to go after the other team's quarterback. I don't think it's just like Christian McCaffrey is going to be back and healthy and everything's going to work out. I think there's a much bigger team issue going on here.
Well, okay, but I know Robert Saleh is a well-respected defensive coordinator. Didn't work out so well with the Jets, as EJ will gladly talk to you about at any time of the day. But they lost a lot on defense, too. That's the place where they've taken some major hits. Now, you could say, all right, these guys were getting hurt and they need to get rid of, or it was better to get rid of Dre Greenlaw or Hufanga. Charvarius Ward was different. He had a very personal thing and a reason why he wanted to leave the city, which I completely respect. But
well, I think Saleh came in, looked at the tape, and said this whole defensive line stinks and got rid of all of them. Like, he got rid of like Javon Hargrave because he came over from the Eagles. Like, that was a terrible signing. I think that I think Saleh's like, well, look at these guys weren't doing anything last year. They were totally tepid. So I think he wisely kind of got rid of a bunch of guys and is bringing new guys in.
Injuries too. You know, Greenlaw, Hufanga, those guys had been injured quite a bit.
Right, but some of their biggest moves were on the defensive line, and they kind of just gutted that whole thing and starting over. Hufanga, how often is that guy out on the field?
Well, that's
and Greenlaw too, so that can't be the difference.
Okay, well, the Denver Broncos are excited about it, and they're adding to a defense that people think is pretty ferocious. But you're going to be really potentially relying on 2 draft picks, 2 rookies along that defensive line in Collins and Alfred Collins and Michael Williams, right? Right now are slotted in to be starters. No one's ever really, they haven't done anything.
But, listen, you have how many Hall of Famers are on that defense? You have definitely Bosa and Fred Warner. I guess that's it. But you also have Deommodore Lenoir's a good player.
He just got paid.
Yeah, you should have enough talent there to be ferocious again. Because if the rookie, Michael Williams, is really good, you have him and Bosa on one side with Warner patrolling the middle. Like, I don't know that these losses to me don't bother me. I think that if you look, also, forget about Christian McCaffrey. You just paid Brock Purdy all this money.
Yeah.
You drafted Brandon Ayuk in the first round. You drafted Ricky Pearsall in the first round. George Kittle, you just signed to an extension, I believe. Like, you have so many names and talent on this team. I don't think, you're really depending, and I know it's probably true, but you're really depending that much on Christian McCaffrey? That seems messed up to me.
Well, this goes back to, and obviously we're talking about the 49ers, this goes back to Brock Purdy. Because, you did pay him all this money, but you're asking Brock Purdy to elevate the offense? Is that what he's actually being paid to do? He may not have that ceiling. He's a good quarterback. I'm not here to totally, rain all over Brock Purdy's parade. But him being able to hand the ball off and him being able to dump the ball off to McCaffrey and get the ball out quickly, considering he's a smaller guy who is good but not elite, but he's getting paid like an elite quarterback. Like, this is why, to me, McCaffrey is even more important than ever, because we know that Purdy and Ayuk have a good connection, but it happens a lot of times because the McCaffrey yards are just look so easy in a Kyle Shanahan offense. You get the easy ones. Look at what happened last year when Brock Purdy didn't get anything easy. They won 6 games. Now, and now he's making more money than ever. But the one saving grace, I think, for the 49ers is that bad season last year helped set them up for basically the easiest schedule, according to some metrics, this season. So are they going to get a couple gimmies? Sure, but that's also not where the 49ers are being judged. You know, we talk about the easy schedule, and yeah, they'll probably be a playoff team because of that if they stay healthy. But who is judging Kyle Shanahan outside of a Super Bowl at this point, or the 49ers? And that's how it should be. Their absolute goal has to be, it's like a Super Bowl or bust team that just is coming off a bad year.
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Remember, 2019, they make the Super Bowl. Next year, everybody gets injured. My guy, Nick Mullins, is in there trying his hardest, but there's no one to throw to. And they're terrible. The next year, they come back. They're 10-7, and they get to the brink of a Super Bowl because they're such a tough team in the playoffs. And they have so much playoff experience. They remember they lose. That was the year that Jaquiski Tartt dropped the interception. They should have beaten the Rams in that game. We can all agree on that. And they were barely a wild card.
That was Rams-Bengals Super Bowl.
So I think the Niners get into the playoffs, and I know everybody criticizes Kyle Shanahan. Like, I think that's a team you don't want to see in the playoffs, and they're dangerous in the NFC. I think that's the kind of year. I don't think they're going to be dominant like 2 years ago where they're going to be 14-3. I think that they get in as a wild card and are really dangerous. Because think about it, like Kyle Shanahan, his playoff record's amazing. I know he doesn't win the big one.
Well, he's got a couple glaring, massive moments. Even starting with him as the offensive coordinator with the Falcons, 28-3, and then having a lead over the Chiefs in 2019, and then having a lead in overtime.
He's 8-4 in the playoffs. That's like very, very good.
Sure.
That's a Hall of Fame level, easily. So I think they're going to be a tough team. But that doesn't tell
the story. Sometimes the numbers tell the story, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, but you enter a wild card game against that team, I would not feel confident. That's my point. Like, they have a lot of history in the playoffs. And he's definitely, I know people like to rip him. I think he's a really good coach. And if Saleh is what they hope Saleh is, I think they paid all this money for special teams in the offseason. I think they're a very dangerous team in the NFC.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. EJ, can we throw that up on the poll as well? Does Christian McCaffrey need to be an MVP candidate for the 49ers to be a Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl, I guess? I mean, it's a contender. What are we doing here? There's certain teams that are just the elite of the elite where it's Super Bowl or bust. I'm looking at, and let's zoom out for a second. How many teams, I feel like more than usual, have this sort of Super Bowl or bust? Like, it would be a huge disappointment if they don't win the Super Bowl. I'm talking about Detroit, the Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, 49ers.
Oh, I'm already not following you.
Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, you have the 3 teams in the AFC are always the 3 final teams. It's the Ravens, Chiefs, and Bills.
What about the Bengals? We're just going to let the Bengals off the hook here?
Are the Bengals are they even favorites to make the playoffs this year? No, the Bengals are not in that mix, in my opinion. There are three in the AFC. And then, are you really saying that, what was the last team? San Francisco was on Super Bowl, Bruce.
What are we doing? Why are we doing this? You're moving the goalposts. I think
they just signed Brock Purdy to a 5. I think they think their window is open for a while now.
But that's fine. But you pay Brock Purdy, you're expected to win.
Yeah, but I don't. I think the bar is lowered a little bit after last year. Like, if they made it to the Super Bowl again or an NFC title game, I don't think we're going to look at their season as a failure.
Yes, we would and should.
The Niners?
Yes, because look at it. Now they are going to be coming back all healthy. You are starting with this, you've got the good mix of the young guys and the veteran guys. You gave George Kittle more money. If McCaffrey's healthy, you still got Trent Williams. Like, yes.
You do not have a good mix of the old guys and the young guys. You have old guys and more old guys.
Ayuk's not old.
Ayuk's coming off an ACL.
Pearsall's not old.
Pearsall got shot. No, I just think that you don't have any. You basically, like, you're really old. Warner's kind of old. Bosa's old. Kittle's
Warner's
old.
not old. He's not even 30. Is he?
Well, no. But Warner's definitely on the. I mean, for that position, I think he's
28. What are we doing? He's you're not old, I don't think, until you're 31 or 32.
They got to be. I don't know. Their total roster, like their starters, have to be on the old side.
I don't know. Nick Bosa's 27. I feel like these guys are in their prime. I don't think that they're old.
It's funny. I view them as much older.
Brock Purdy's not old. It's not like they're out there throwing out some aging vet quarterback who's limping, on one leg.
But let's get this list right here. You're saying the 3 AFC teams, take them out immediately. Of course, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Buffalo.
We're talking about teams where the expectation is to win the Super Bowl.
Then I would say the Eagles.
Yeah, repeat.
And I would say
Detroit, definitely.
The expectations are to win the Super Bowl, but I think everyone's a little bit down on the Lions because they lost their coordinators. So
I don't think so.
You don't think that? I mean, it's not going to be like to me, it's not going to be quite the hype of last year.
Oh, I think they are.
You think people?
You're right there.
I hate to pierce semantics, but I think you guys view Super Bowl busts differently, which is why you're not seeing eye to eye here. Because I think what Perloff is saying is, I don't think this team is good, so therefore there are not Super Bowl expectations. Where I think those individual teams are coming into the season and they are saying to themselves, if we don't win a Super Bowl, then this team is a waste. This season was a waste.
I'm talking more about the fan base. In my mind, I'm like, the Lions really need a Super Bowl, but I don't think the Niners fan base are like, man, this team we're putting out this year, if they don't win it all, it's going to be a massive disappointment. Because they're coming off such a bad season.
I know, but then if you're just going by fan base, we're talking about who actually has the expectations of Super Bowl champion, then you probably actually can't put your Eagles there because it's super hard to repeat.
No,
I think do it.
The Eagles fans are full of themselves. I think they think.
Okay, well, you don't get any grace period, I guess, as the reigning champs.
No, they're on a heater in their head now. I think their expectation is definitely Super Bowl.
Okay, well, I'll defer to you on that one.
But the funny thing about the Lions, and I'm not sure I'm right about this, I feel like the heat has cooled down a little bit. I feel like what happened last year and all the injuries, Hutchinson's coming back off a major injury, a terrible injury. So are we sure that they're as hyped as they are last year?
Yeah, because there was a possibility where Hutchinson could have come back in the playoffs. Yes, it's an injury, but he's going to be totally healthy. And I know they lost their coordinators, but they have their players back. The team hasn't changed.
Yeah,
and they still have their head coach. They paid Goff. 100% they've got Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, if not them in the NFC, besides the Eagles, then who?
Rams, Niners.
They're better than the Rams.
Who is better than the Rams?
The Lions?
They've beaten the Rams.
Yeah. But the Rams are right there. Those teams
they're a good
battle.
team. They're a good team, but
I think people
have more talent.
The Rams are ascending, where the Lions were ascending, and then this ran into this massive injury bug. I mean, Ailey McNeil's coming off injury. I don't know. That's how I view the Lions. I don't see them. They just lost Ben Johnson. That's not in anybody's mind here.
No.
I don't think it's in my mind in terms of whether or not they can actually do it, but I don't think it limits the expectations, right? I don't think that lowers the standard for the Lions because they don't have the offensive coordinator. Therefore, okay, if you don't win a Super Bowl this year, you don't get there, it's okay. I think that still will be a disappointment.
No, definitely. This is what happens with good teams. Your coordinators get poached. Did anyone say when Brian Daboll left the Bills, all of a sudden they're not a Super Bowl contender anymore? No, that's crap.
They weren't really a Super Bowl contender with him. No, I'm just
well, they got the AFC Championship game, but still, I don't think that losing your coordinator, even for one as talented as Ben Johnson, can't be an excuse when your team is this much still intact.
I think that people are going to be making Super Bowl picks in August, and I think less and less media members will pick the Lions. That's how I would view it.
Okay, and by the way, not to make this Alliance thing, it started with the 49ers, but I've been saying the way the last two playoffs have ended have been bad for the Lions and bad for Dan Campbell. And one was to the 49ers, so they had a lead in the NFC Championship game, and last year was disappointing to lose as a 1 seed in their first playoff game against Jaden Daniels and the Commanders.
Right.
To your point, that you're making my point.
Which is what?
That Dan Campbell has actually a lot of pressure here. Because if the expectations are already cooling off, then that means you're going in the wrong direction. That if you don't think that it's a disappointment if the Lions aren't winning a Super Bowl next year, then you are going backwards.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
And that's not good for Dan Campbell. That shows that you're not trending in the right direction. Because, again, nothing has changed about your team. You still are stacked. So I think the Lions have a lot of pressure. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
You know how the prediction game goes. You think that a lot of people are going to pick the Lions? I feel like most people are more like me and think, oh, losing Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, that's not good.
Well, I don't care what the pundits have to say about it.
Well,
we're talking about
we're talking about the
bases.
world
You're
of expectations, not like reality. I think the hype, to me, again, maybe I'm totally wrong. I feel like the hype is down a little bit on the Lions after what happened last year because everybody got hurt. They got killed in their first playoff game. I just think it takes a lot of guts to say the Lions are going to figure that all out and win the Super Bowl this year because they've been, as you just said, they've been disappointing in the playoffs.
The one thing about the Lions that's going to be the toughest thing for them is the rest of the division. I mean, if you think that the Packers are ascending, I don't know what's going to happen with the Vikings with McCarthy. And if you think that the Bears are going to be a playoff team and they have Ben Johnson now, who is their former offensive coordinator and might know all their weaknesses.
That's a bit of a problem.
But I'm not taking down the Lions a peg from a team that won 14 games last year. What was it? The number one seed in the NFC?
I think they won 15.
15? Pardon me.
I kind of like what you just said, though, too. That thing that Ben Johnson knows them so well and the Bears are ascending, that's a problem.
Bears, by the way, played them extremely well. I mean, they had them dead to rights on Thanksgiving before, Eberflus happened. And the previous year, they played them really tough.
And I think the Rams and Lions battle. They have close games.
Lions have some teams that can get after them. Commanders showed that last year. The Bears have shown that. The one team that can't, ironically, has been the team in their division, the Vikings. That's the one team that who's been right there behind them that has not been able to sniff being able to compete with them.
I think everyone. Honestly, I think a lot of people are going to pick the Eagles in the NFC, which is you're right.
Chalky.
Yeah, I think that's the easy chalk this year. They're by far the biggest win total. They're the favorite. They're a young team where everybody's back. I feel like I don't know. I'd like to hear from other people. I feel like the Lions buzz just down a little bit. I mean, come on. They can't. There's nothing against Dan Campbell. Like, they couldn't even beat the Commanders last year.
I think the hot team is going to be the Commanders. Like,
they're super hot. Yeah, second-year quarterback.
There's always a team that people are trying to look for who the next team is.
Yeah.
The Commanders are going to be that team that everyone's going to pick if it's not the Eagles.
And everyone did that with the Houston Texans.
Yeah,
they did it with the Lions last year.
The Broncos and the Chargers could be that second-year team. Second year of Harbaugh, second year of Bo Nix. You're right. There's going to be an it team. We'll see. I mean, God, now you got me thinking. There's a lot of pressure on us, Maggie. We got to make Super Bowl picks.
I'm putting the house on the Niners because Christian McCaffrey, just a new father, first
saw
child.
that.
Well, that's always good.
So new dad power. So bet the house on the Niners.
Colette, I think I saw the name.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. Cute name.
Colette, it's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Colette McCaffrey.
CMC? A little forced.
Got to work quick.
Wait, how do you have a take on the name? You don't like that name?
Colette
first of all,
feels
let me
like
make
you're
sure
trying
I'm right.
way too hard.
You're trying too hard?
Colette, what is she?
Feels
Like is it a character in Les Mis? What are we doing?
That's Cosette.
Whoa.
Feels like they're trying less because it could have been Nicolette. They just dropped the N-I, and now they're trying to do less and just name her Colette.
It's a bar.
I mean, Colette's a French name, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I don't think you can judge people with a name. When people name their kids, I don't think you can judge them unless they do something weird like Apple.
That's French.
That's like if you do like an inanimate object or food, I think you can judge. Otherwise, I think it's not.
Or food, because that's happening all the time.
Otherwise, it's not your place. It's like, oh, that's the name, cool.
That's unfortunate for Brie Larson.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, but that's short for something though, right?
Aubrey. Is it?
I don't know.
Do you judge people by what they name their kids? Poll question.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't. She's Brienne, by the way.
Brienne.
By the way, her last name's not Larson either.
What?
Desaloniers?
Shocking. Somebody in Hollywood changed their name?
We've been led astray.
She has a cool name. Brienne Sidney, and Sydney is spelled Sidoni, and Desaulniers.
Yeah, Brie Larson rolls a little bit better.
That was a must-change situation.
Brienne Desaulniers is pretty cool.
Yeah, sure.
You can barely pronounce it.
And that's what makes it cool. I mean, she doesn't sound like. I mean, she's from Sacramento. That doesn't sound like a Sacramento chick. That sounds like a French model or something.
You judge parents, Pearl, when they name their kids something out of the ordinary?
I mean,
or just anything?
Everybody's name is the same exact thing among my kids. Like, there's like 4 names that everybody chose from.
Yeah, things got real popular around when your girls were.
I have an Emma, and there's like 17 Emmas in our class. And you're a Lucas? There's at least 47 Lucases in my Brooklyn elementary school. No offense.
No, it's funny when we're on the playground, it's like, and someone calls out like Lucas, and 4 moms are just like, what?
The Old Testament had a day around 2015.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
Actually, is Lucas Old Testament, New Testament?
No, it's not. It's not
Sure.
Old Testament. Luke is a New Testament.
I got it.
Sure.
Okay. Are the 49ers a playoff contender if Christian McCaffrey's not 100%? Is the expectation for the Lions Super Bowl or bust? I'm shocked you and I don't see that the same way. What are we doing? And do you judge parents when they name their kids weird things? 888-710-4ISN. Lots more to do, including we're helping people on this show. Helping certain people find love. And it looks like it's possible we may have a love connection. Got that next.
You're in a 5-minute break.
Maggie's rolling down the highway, feeling kinda rough. Last night's dinner, fighting back, oh man, it's getting tough. She grips her wheel, but it's too late, oh no, here it comes. Her Yeti Angel's holding water, now it's holding chunks. Oh, Maggie's puking in her car. Yeti bottle's gone too far. Her toothbrush ain't gonna make it through. Perloff's calling hazmat, man, it's true. She stumbles into the studio, trying to play it cool. Perloff takes one whiff and screams, this ain't in my job rules. He's climbing on the desk, he's spraying Lysol in the air. Since I need a full decontamination, get me out of here. Oh, Maggie's puking in her car. Yeti bottles, a biohazard scar. Toothbrush soaked in bleach all night. Perloff's in a hazmat suit and fright.
Perk your ears up, my man. Perk your ears up. I'm a little older, but my swing is the same. Ask the ladies, the females, and all the dames. Here's some medication, Kaplan. I think you're going insane. I'll treat you like little shop of horrors. Feed me, Seymour. You're easy to consume. Kronos and Zeus get nervous when I enter the room. I pull a full court press. Have the papers reading Andrew Kaplan. May he rest. I take low-brow, low-budget AI using rappers and send them to the deepest, darkest depths. I don't need AI to have my back. I'm a north side cat with 5 dudes tapped. At this age, I'm trying to chill and relax and just lay back with senoritas and margaritas, but I can come out of retirement for one more sack. Slow down. You're not the head of the class. That AI scoring got you thinking you're moving to the head of the class. I'm the king of the ring. I see you pull the muscle, you're not running too fast. And you done messed around and got big friendly on your...
No AI there.
No.
2 minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. 1 minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
All right, welcome back, Maggie Perloff Show. Maggie, you had an interesting tease.
Yeah.
There's a love connection in the air, possibly?
I'm hopeful. This is actually not me. This is EJ's the one who's really making things happen here as the executive producer of the show.
Then there's a chance. Because
okay,
Maggie,
I'll step back.
Maggie does not know how to do this. I mean, you know how to do it for women. I don't know how. Women generally, whenever they want to set up a man, it's already bad. I'm just going to tell you right now because I think I know where EJ's going, and I'm cynical.
All right.
Cynical already.
I know.
I will guarantee pretty much, I'm not going to say on my children's life, but definitely on my life, this is not going to work out.
Well, that's just because you get you get to play the odds.
I
Like
got
that's
a lot of pressure.
And I know that one of the two people involved.
Okay. Hold on. So everyone knows we've been listening to this show for any amount of time. We've been trying to find a girlfriend for Manny.
Ugh.
Now, Manny can find, I'm not worried about you finding a hookup. This is, in this day and age, you got the internet.
I'm
you're
worried about
good.
that.
Okay. Well,
Yummy.
I'm not worried about that. We already know something went down upstate. But that didn't lead to something long term. We're looking for a love connection, and it turns out EJ Stewart may be holding the keys. Go ahead, EJ.
Well, listen, we talked about it last week, and we're talking about Manny trying to find love. As Manny's eyes are piercing through the side of my skull as he's looking at me because he doesn't know anything I'm talking about right now.
Is she here today?
Come out, Cecilia.
So Maggie mentioned, like, wait, how come we can't get Andrea to help out? And of
DJ's
course,
fiance.
Andrea was like, well, that's challenge accepted. This is what she does, right? She's always looking for an opportunity to find somebody for one of her little friends, as she likes to call them. So she reached out to one of her close, colleagues at work and said, hey, let's think about some of the young people at the office and who may be interesting for one Manny Rodriguez. And they think they may have found someone.
Okay, so not only that, EJ did a little production work on this because Manny had to be vetted by this young woman. We're not going to name her. Well, she just didn't ask for any of this yet. You had to find some greatest clips of Manny on the show to send to this woman so that she could get a look at the goods, and she still interested.
To be clear, so I had to clarify with Andrea. I had to send it to Andrea for Andrea's friend. Because Andrea, I think, is close. I mean, Andrea's friend's closer to this girl than Andrea is.
All right, we got a middleman. That's
Andrea
fine.
knows her very well. They work together. So she was like, I need to see this guy before I send this guy to my friend.
Oh, okay. The middleman needs to vouch for her.
And then she was very much immediately was like, oh, yeah, I approve.
Manny.
So, and then what I was told was that the young woman is, quote unquote, open.
Oh.
And now we're open to it.
Now we're talking.
How long have you guys been cooking this up in the kitchen without telling me?
This happened yesterday.
All weekend.
So, like, into open relationships?
Open
to pity?
to being set up is what I was told.
Oh,
like
I don't know.
found her and she's a freak.
When you said this young woman is quote unquote open, I'm like, what? Well, here we go.
Specifically Perloff.
I don't know, Manny, if you can handle this.
Challenge accepted.
All right. Summer love, guys. It's only July 14th. We got plenty of time for a Manny summer romance.
I'm giving this plus 700 that it works out.
What does work out mean for you, though?
I can make
engage.
Come on, Pearl.
No,
How about-
boo this man. That's not the.
No,
that's
the
not
Lions have Super Bowl expectations. This is a couple days.
Yeah, Manny's not have Super Bowl expectations here. Come on.
What happens
damn.
if this lady is Manny's date for your wedding, EJ?
Well, it's an extra plate I got to pay for. So.
All right.
Also, we got a year.
We're now on Perloff's
That's
side.
one thing I thought about. I was like, is this someone who we would have already invited to the wedding or not? Because that means
All of
I'm
a
spending
sudden.
some money on this now.
But
Dip
what-
it into my pocket.
EJ
Or you could expense it.
EJ, what would your definition be? What's a reasonable compromise here?
They date for a while. They date for a while.
Summer.
Yeah, even
Summer romance.
if it's not like a full blown relationship. Oh, you date for a little while and it's cool. You have your fun and
then after
I've
everything
got
gets broken off, and I have to see her at EJ's wedding in a year and a half, whatever that might be.
No, I won't. I
We
won't
get
do
a
that. I won't
separate
do that to
camera
you.
crew.
I would never do that to you.
It has to last maybe longer than Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara. How about that?
That's over already?
No, it has to last longer than that to be
well,
a success. Because we know they're just having a summer fling because
Yeah, I know.
TMZ told us.
I'm going to get in trouble.
What's she look like?
Generally, when a woman sets up a guy, she tries to, this is not knowing anything. In my experience, she tries to, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, come on.
You're going to say pawn off.
Pawn off someone who's not quite as attractive. And I know nothing about this woman.
Okay.
What are you
Well,
trying to
let's
say
not
there?
jump to conclusions on anything.
I said generally that is often happens.
I have more positive follow-up questions. Now, is Andrea a full-time yoga instructor? So is this girl a yoga instructor or a yoga?
No, because Andrea does yoga and she does marketing.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Which
So this is on the marketing.
pretty good.
This is This is on the marketing side.
All the hot chicks
So-
are
Pretty
doing
good.
marketing.
Yeah,
is
so
that
that's
right?
good.
And yoga.
And
Right.
there's money there. Just being honest.
Okay.
Oh.
Little
Yeah.
sugar mama?
I mean,
Yeah, bro, I'm broke.
don't say that. We got to massage that messaging. That's not going to work.
What else should you not mention? Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
All right, I'm
video
out.
games.
I'm out. All right.
Yeah,
It's
save
all
the
over.
Jalen Brunson and the college football video game for date 2.
Buffalo State.
Go Bengals.
But I feel like when women are setting people up, they're more focused on personality, sort of personalities meshing together.
And I have the personality of a white wall.
But I think first date men always look at it much more surface to start
Sure.
out. It starts out completely surface with men. They just want to know, is she attractive?
Sure.
Women want to know so much more. And that's why I've always found those kind of setups to not always be successful.
Listen, she already needed to take a look at Manny, so she
Right.
was looking surface too, and she said she's open to it.
Yeah, I know she is.
Well, okay. I mean,
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
Manny
But
doing?
you just
He's got
ignored
all
my
this
whole
time.
my whole thesis.
How about this? I don't know what she looks like, but let's not. Maybe you get pleasantly surprised,
Okay.
and that's
okay.
a reason to go on the date.
100%.
Also, Manny, your prospects are not really great right now.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying
Manny's also open.
that you should
For
be.
all
No, Manny's
possibilities.
prospects are fine. He's not tied down. He's employed. He's got a cool mustache. What's wrong with Manny's prospects?
Well, I'm just saying he seems a little lonely.
Got a good left-handed swing.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's true.
That's true. Was a natural born right-handed as well.
Looking for a little summer fling? Why not? Brady can do it. Why not Manny?
Hey, let me tell you something. I got my satisfaction this weekend watching Lionel Messi score another brace. Wow, that guy can score a ball.
I know, another thing you shouldn't say.
So, okay.
This is
So
not even
maybe
a get
Those
to
are
a
my
first
interests.
date.
What, am I not just going to speak about my interests? I'm just going to sit there?
Your
Yes,
man
just
crush
sit
should be left
there.
at home.
Just ask her a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
Do you like Lionel Messi? Do
as
you
much
like
as I
Jalen
do.
Brunson?
As much as I do.
What do you think about Ariel Huckporty?
What is the Knicks win total next year?
Do you think the Knicks should have fired Tom Thibodeau?
Over
Yes
under
or no?
56 and a half.
So there you go. We're excited about. I'm excited about it.
Does she like the
She's
Knicks?
not anymore.
Does she like the Knicks?
I don't know anything about that.
How about
I
this?
was told she's fun and smart.
Ooh, open and fun.
Smart might
Open
be an
and
issue,
fun.
Manny.
Wait, was that supposed to be a
You
good
wanted
thing or
to
bad
open,
thing?
fun, dumb girl.
No, good. I was told she was fun and smart.
And you're setting her up with Manny? I mean, Maggie started it by calling you lonely.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that she's fun and smart. Can you try imagine your friend trying to hook you up with a person who's boring and dumb?
Yeah.
She's boring and dumb. She's
hot, boring, and dumb.
Sounds
You
good.
the
How
line would be around the corner.
much? When and where? I'll be there.
Yeah.
Would love to waste my time.
The trifecta.
Exactly. See, we're already getting into the territory that I'm talking about. When women are setting up their friends, they're like, she's smart. Guys don't care. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Like on first dates,
I did-
eventually to marry somebody, of course. But like first dates, guys are very shallow.
I did ask just now, like, what she looked like, and
Is she cute?
that kind of question just kind of flew by. Nobody answered that question, so she looks good. Yeah, that's not a ringing.
good.
Wait, EJ, have you seen her?
I've seen pictures. Yeah, I saw an Instagram. I saw an Instagram feed.
So
I
she's
saw a
cute.
feed. Yeah.
Oh my God!
yeah.
What was that? Did you become a soprano? Did you hear the voice go up?
Your voice went up several octaves
Now-
here.
No, I'm trying to be respectful. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm trying to be respectful.
And also,
This is-
there's
this is a friend of a
setup through
friend,
your
and I know that. And I know,
fiance.
and
Okay.
Andrea's friend, I know very well. So like,
Yeah.
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 I mean,
No, EJ's a good dude.
EJ can't be like, oh
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
she's a
also,
10.
like-
That would
he
sound
can't be
bad.
like
relationship. Like, yeah,
She
wish I
is
met her first.
smoking.
yeah. There's really almost no way to answer that question
You're in a
correctly.
tough spot. Okay. So your voice did go up several octaves, but there's a reason.
So is she hot?
We can talk about that off air.
That's what I'm saying. She looks good.
All right. Well,
She looks good. What is this kid?
What do you mean?
She
That's yeah.
all right.
She looks.
Let's let Bogusch get the headlines. EJ, why don't you send us her information, Perloff and I will, and we can be honest with the audience. How about that?
Okay, I'll
No?
have to get Andrea involved. Hope she's awake. Because she would not like. She
This.
gave me her phone. It wasn't like here's her page, follow her, which I would have
you
done
don't
anyway.
follow
That was
her.
creepy.
Yeah, that
Like,
is
it was
creepy.
just like, here's her Instagram feed. Take a look.
Okay. Also,
And I approved because I said, hey, listen, I told Andre, listen, you made me send 4 videos of my boy.
Yeah.
I gotta at least see what this girl looks like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna just drop a grenade on him.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
She
okay.
has all her fingers and toes.
okay.
Then I was like, okay. I feel. Here's what I say. I feel comfortable that I sent these videos with Manny after seeing her in the screen.
Okay.
She have
You
toes
did your
like
Oh, okay. So maybe I should
Giant,
make this
giant.
bet because EJ has seen her. Okay. Maybe I was wrong.
No, and I also don't want to get on Andrea's bad side. And we don't want to seem like we're being disrespectful to her friend because I haven't met Andrea yet. I'm excited to meet her at some point, and we don't want to come into this thing,
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
You know,
Wanna look
Maggie,
like a
why
bunch
did
of
you
jerks.
How come you never set up Manny?
My friends are 40.
Yeah, and?
And we went down this road. It was
Yes, we
my
talked
it was
about this
my
yesterday,
fault,
last
and then Manny ruined it.
Jennifer Aniston, Sofia Vergara. We
Man-
can keep on going.
Aniston's got a guy now.
Who cares?
Somebody's got to make
Me.
Manny a man.
Yeah. I'm not going to get it's not a Herculean effort. And I saddle my friends up. They've got they've got big jobs. They've got responsibilities. They're older.
Nice.
I feel like me and Bogusch might know some divorcees.
You know what? That's funny. There, for whatever, knock on wood. Like in my circle of friends, there's not many.
All right, why do
Yeah.
I keep this guy around?
I got a few.
I want
Yeah,
my Odyssey coins back. You don't have any divorcees around you?
I don't.
Give me my 10 coins back.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have more single guy friends than girlfriends.
Well,
Manny, would
or
you be-
know of single girls.
How desperate are you?
do they like the Knicks?
I was thinking, too, Manny be a good father, too. I mean, immediately. Like,
To a kid?
yeah, if I introduced him to divorcee with an
Right now?
8-year-old kid, like, that'd be great.
I mean,
Manny
Manny-
is a
Barely
stepdad.
gets himself to work.
I was joking.
No. I disagree with you guys. Manny's certified camp counselor.
That's right.
Be a great stepdad.
The children love Manny. Manny doesn't love the children, but the children love Manny.
I can see it.
Great stepdad. He'd have the kid on the couch watching soccer for 9 hours a weekend.
What do
Yeah,
you think
bro.
stepdads are doing?
Have a little Corona?
Take a sip, kid. It's all
Take-
right.
yeah, I mean,
I'm the stepdad.
That's how I grew up. Have a little sip here during the little Mexico against USA, and then all of a sudden,
I don't know what that means.
All
you
of a
sleep
sudden,
well.
oh,
You sleep
yeah,
well.
right.
You
I
sleep
mean,
like
I
a
gotta
Maggie
tell
the
you,
hero.
I've met Manny's dad. A running commentary from Manny's dad during any sporting event is pure gold. Actually, you could bring the step kid to hang out with your dad, then you're set.
Yeah, I don't know if my dad wants to step kid.
No, I mean the step
You're
grandkid.
already enough.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bogues.
We talked last week about the best baseball managers of all time. Terry Francona's name came up, and now he is the 13th skipper all time with 2,000 wins.
There's an adjective for baseball lifer. It's me. I'm not overly smart. I'm a second semester freshman at Arizona still. I just love the game, probably too much.
I got to stop this. This is Manny's pitch to the girl. I'm not that great.
Not that smart.
I just love basketball and video games.
It's true.
How many decades has Francona been trying this act out?
Infinity.
Yeah, I'm like,
All of them.
you broke a curse, man. Like, just you're
You're good.
You're a god.
yeah.
The Guardians released a video celebrating, congratulating Tito on his 2000th win. And the first few people, I hated them all. It was like Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Francisco Lindor. They immediately closed that video.
Maggie, that's
that
like we always joke about the '80s SNL skit, Caveman Lawyer. He's playing a caveman lawyer. What do I know? I'm just a bumbling idiot who just happens to manage teams.
Yeah, who could have backed into the Hall of Fame or just been, red carpet rather into the Hall of Fame 10 years ago if I wanted to or more.
The baseball draft was last night in Atlanta, at least the first 3 rounds of it. The Nationals began things by taking Oklahoma high school shortstop Eli Willits. An even bigger surprise coming at number 2 when the Angels picked UC Santa Barbara righty Tyler Bremner.
The Gauchos.
Then came the 2 assumed top picks, LSU lefty Kate Anderson to the Mariners and high school shortstop Ethan Holiday to the Rockies. Seattle has already signed Anderson to an $8.8 million bonus. Oof. The Mavericks have reportedly shut down Cooper Flagg after just 2 Summer League games. The second one better than the first, 31 points on Saturday against the Spurs. WNBA yesterday, first Caitlin Clark, Paige Becker's showdown. Clark with 14 points, 13 assists, and 5 steals, and a 102-83 decision over the Wings. Becker scoring 21 in the loss. Chelsea, a 3-0 rout of PSG to win the Club World Cup title at MetLife Stadium. And former NHLer Joe Pavelski won the celebrity golf event in Tahoe. John Smoltz finished second. Charles Barkley, 69th. Back to you guys.
Nice, yeah. Okay, coming up, we have a big what if for you from sports for the weekend. Do that next.
I'm going to hell.
You're in a 5-minute break.
Here.
There's a roof.
You're good.
Oh, Globe Lakes. Maggie, you didn't tell me there's a roof.
Manny woke up, eyes full of dread. His yellow little bat was gone from the shed. He checked the closet, the fridge, the cat. Where in the world is my beautiful bat? Oh, Manny, Manny, don't you cry. That bat's not gone, it's just shy. Hiding out in the laundry mat. A happy reunion with your yellow bat. Uncle Sam stumbled into work at night, smelling like a whiskey, cheap boxed wine. Tried to flirt with Lisa from accounting again, but HR warned him that's strike number 10. Oh Sam, you gotta read the room. You ain't Casanova, you're just full of booms. Where the hell is Peter Polite? Did he call in sick or win the damn lottery? His turtle, call it chill shot bliss. He feeds it kale and lettuce, then gives it a little kiss. Andrew Bogusch's turtles got a mansion in the tank with a slide, a tiny hammock, and a treasure chest plank. Two-tone Tony rolls in, his turtles got swag, cruising slow but steady, repping that reptile flag. Meanwhile, Kevin Lamel's got tacos on his plate. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he's got no time to wait. Turtle love, taco dreams, Andrew living supreme. Two-ton Tony, slow and steady crew. Kevin's got breakfast tacos, what's Peter gonna do? Joe Perloff's turtles chillin', basking in the heat. Bogusch's turtles flexing, got gold chains on its feet. Tony's turtles on TikTok, racking up views, while Kevin's tacos sizzle, serving up the news. But Pilates MIA, not a damn thing new. Work? Nah, he'd rather just hit snooze. We're out here hustling, making turtles the stars, and Pete's just ghosting like he's hanging on Mars. Oh, yo. L-O.
contract
Manny's
extension,
got
which
a
may have
wiffle bat
anger.
swinging with flair. Behind the glass, he's waving it in the air. Now that's bright yellow, could do some harm. If he's not careful, it'll raise the alarm. EJ sitting close, looking a bit tense. He knows one wrong move could be at his expense. Manny swings wild like he's aiming to score. EJ's ducking low, getting ready to hit the floor. Oh, Manny, put that bat away. Someone's bound to get hurt today. Peter Belotti's missing again. So much for counting on our old friends. Manny's in the zone like he's up in the plate. But one wrong swing and it could seal EJ's fate. The yellow bat's twirling, it's like a storm. EJ's leaning back trying to keep warm. Where's Peter Bellotti? Not a soul knows. He's skipping work as the legend goes, leaving Manny and his bat to take the stage. While Peter's off the grid, who knows what age. Oh, Manny, put that bat away. Someone's bound. The comments, who's dropping the knowledge? It's Dr. Daly, straight out of Tendon College. Maggie says that ankle looks rough. Perloff's like, nah, it's just a little scuff. But Daly's in the chat and he's got the facts. Forget your sprains, it's the patella that cracks. Dropping wisdom bombs, leaving no doubt. When that tendon goes, you're tapping out. Patella tendon snapping, it's way, way worse. Says Dr. Daly with a YouTube nurse. Forget that strained ankle or a little bruise. When the tendon pops, you've got everything to lose.
15 seconds.
Perloff limps in with an ice.
Really in for Manny for messing out. Be careful.
Break-ins
Big
in
friend.
5 seconds.
I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Big friendly gifts. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you.
Hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to Maggie Perloff Show. We got to get to a big sports what if in just a moment, Pearl. But EJ, from last segment where we're trying to set Manny up on a date with one of your fiance's coworkers, can I ask you a poll question? Or can you throw this up on the poll? Are you immediately skeptical when a woman tries to set you up on a date? Because I think that's what Perloff's getting at. Anytime a woman tries to do the setup, it's because like they're trying to pawn off one of their less appealing friends.
Well, yeah, but the man doing the setup is also not ideal. So actually, I guess setups I'm down
you
with.
just don't
but
trust.
especially the woman. Yeah, I just feel like this happened to me a little bit single. It's like, oh, okay. This is there's more involved here.
I think it's different when it's someone your own age, though. Like, I get it if it's your friend's mom's trying to set you up with, you know, their daughter or something like that, where it's like there's this big age gap, but if it's Andrea's in her early 30s, Manny's in his late 20s, same. Anyway.
Oh, damn, late 20s.
Sorry, dude.
That being said, by the way.
Your late 30s. Oh. Okay. A sports what if. I'm sorry.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Would you rather get to the finals of a Grand Slam and lose a close match, like a tiebreaker in the third set, or not win a game? Because that's what happened to Amanda Anisimova, who is a really great story from the United States. She's from Jersey, but obviously trained in Florida. She had to take a mental health break because she kind of burned out last year. Now she's back. She gets to the Wimbledon final. It's the first Grand Slam final. She lost 6-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even close. What would you rather be? Would you rather be the person who just loses 6-0, 6-0, or a heartbreaker final where you're so close you can taste it and then it gets ripped away?
I guess I would rather lose a heartbreaker, but that's the worst. Losing tiebreakers is such pain. But 6-0, 6-0 is embarrassing. It's only happened, since 1911 was the last time, the final. But I'm all about her, by the way. I will bet more than Manny working out that she will be back.
See, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was reading about her. Like, she's definitely like a huge roller coaster ride of her career. And she's got a lot of talent. I think she got to the final of Wimbledon.
I know, but listen, I'm happy that she's been so open about her mental health struggles that she got over it, but maybe a little delicate mentally. What do you think how does this impact her where you go to a Wimbledon final and you get completely embarrassed because you lost 6-0, 6-0 and she was just choking out there?
Yeah, I know, but she just beat Sabalenka to get there. Like, she's super talented.
Right, but we're talking about what happens now. Like, is
Yeah,
this
no.
going to be such a
No,
setback?
see, that's the thing. Like, normally you could say, like, to me, that's an even bigger question. Like, is that, when you lose a heartbreaker, it's like you lost 2 games because you're not going to be present for the next game. She's going to take some time off, but I feel like, I don't know what it is about this particular player. I feel like she's going to be back, and she's going to be back in a final.
Oh, I don't think so.
You think this is it? This will break her?
No, it's not. Well, I hope it doesn't break her. We're all like, I don't want her to go back into a bad spot where she had to take a break from the sport completely. But not just because you performed badly, right? And like you didn't have your A game as an athlete, like that's got to be. But it clearly your mental got so in the way, you didn't even allow yourself to compete. And then you have to think on top of it, the embarrassment of it all. Like I think this stays with her, and I don't know if I do not think she's making the U.S. Open final, if that's the bet you want to make.
No, I mean, like, listen, to make the next major final, I'm just saying, I think at some point she's back and competitive in a major.
Okay, well, at
like
some
competitive,
point,
like semi-final. Yeah, I think like she makes another final in her career.
Okay, but she was about to be a rocket ship, right?
No, she's 24. I mean, she was not a rocket ship at all.
No,
but she's
the
good.
Comeback.
But women's tennis is kind of erratic right now. Like there's kind of new champions in every tournament, right? Except maybe Coco Gauff. So I think she has a great. I don't think this breaks her.
I hope it doesn't, but
Yeah.
I'm dubious because I think this is a tough one to come back from. EJ, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah.
I mean, Manny's been joking that the last time this happened, we were at war. It was World War I when this.
1911.
Yeah, it was a little bit right before World War I, basically. Like World War I's 1914. We just did this whole thing.
I'm
back
surprised you guys even know when World War I was.
I mean, I didn't know. I thought it was a different time.
Listen, I'm not very smart, but U.S. history? Oh.
Dude, you're the one who just
Seriously?
you're like 2004. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. 2004 never happened.
So U.S. history of the last 10 years is what your
More or
specialty
less, yeah.
is?
Indubitably.
Cool.
I mean, I just feel like, to me, I worry about this woman because you lose 6-0, 6-0. I think that comes with a level of embarrassment that a close heartbreaker doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you lose a close heartbreaker, you say, well, you could some way
I
take
played
a
well.
You can take a more
Right.
victory out of that. You can say,
Sure.
listen, I lost, but what a run, and I can hold my head up high. Like, I don't think you can hold your head up high losing, not winning a game in a final. Like that's like getting swept in like. Do you hold your head up high that you made the finals and you got swept? If you're a baseball team or a basketball team or a hockey team,
The whole
No.
match took less than an hour.
I couldn't believe that. Like I saw the headline. I was like, this can't be right. I got the alert that she already won, and I was like, this also can't be right. It's mad early. I know it's England,
over.
but
Yeah.
this should have been like at least another hour or so.
Yeah, no, she could get it. She couldn't serve.
Yeah.
She was terrible. Yeah, no, she choked and she admitted I was frozen. But I mean, she did get to the finals of Wimbledon. Like, there's something there, and she's had kind of mental problems, mental competitive problems. I'm not saying like mental problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. I first of all, I'm rooting for her, and second of all, it's a long career ahead of her. I mean, she might have 4 or 5 more years of relevancy. I think that you can overcome this. I mean, I understand where you guys are coming from. It would break a lot of people. I think that she's an odd one. I have a friend who's a massive tennis fan. He's like she's more talented than a lot of people. Like a lot of people.
Okay, but talent is not what matters here the most. When she got to the finals, she couldn't even perform. That has nothing to do with talent. That's between the years.
But then maybe next time she will be able to.
I hope so, too. That was tough. Paul, would you rather lose 6-0, 6-0 in the final or a heartbreaker where you could taste victory and got snatched away from you? Coming up, we're asking you one big question about an NFL coach.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Major snub. Just coming in hot this morning. Lamar Jackson snubbed by coaches, scouts, and others in the NFL. This according to ESPN. Good morning. It's Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. ESPN has been doing their top 10 rankings, but it's not just like any talking head. They have executives, coaches, and scouts ranking all of these top 10. So the quarterbacks came out today. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. No shock there. 2 is Josh Allen, the reigning MVP. Maybe a little surprise there. 3 is Joe Burrow, and 4 is Lamar Jackson. Does Lamar Jackson have a right to be upset about this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he can be upset about it. But the problem is Lamar Jackson can't win in the playoffs. So what's he going to say?
It's justifiable?
No, I don't think he has any argument. Or people who support Lamar Jackson, they have no argument over Josh Allen. He just lost to him head-to-head.
But what about Burrow? Didn't even make the playoffs last year. Now, we don't think it's his fault. Joe Burrow was putting up MVP-type numbers. It's just the defense was so bad. I mean, at one point, the Bengals were averaging like 33 points a game, and they were losing. It was just insane.
I saw this stat. I was rewatched a Bengals game from last year on NFL Network. They're showing a lot of classic games. Joe Burrow basically rewrote the record book last year. He was so fire. It was unbelievable. He kept on throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, a lot of that because they were shootouts because their defense was so bad. So that helped his stats. But one thing I noticed, I'm reading the ranking now, last year Burrow was 2. And when Mahomes won, Burrow 2. So obviously the coaches think highly of him. I mean, Joe Burrow is a coach's guy. He's like a pocket quarterback, where Lamar is still different. I just think it's really hard to make a really strong case since Lamar hasn't won in the playoffs. That's the only issue. Of course, Lamar is spectacular, and he's incredible. And to me, I would have put Lamar Jackson ahead of him. But I can see coaches saying, like, well, he hasn't won anything in the playoffs. How can I do it?
I don't know. This one to me, so apparently Lamar's ranking last year was also 4.
Yeah, Burrow was moved down.
I guess I'm just kind of wondering here, if we had an open draft, right? And let's just say everything was all equal. Let's not take any age or contracts or anything like that. And you just say, of Mahomes, do you think this is the way a draft would go? Like, if all teams got to redraft all the current quarterbacks, do you think Mahomes 1, Allen 2, Burrow 3, and Lamar 4?
I mean, I'd have to look at everybody's ages again. I definitely think Mahomes would be first. Let's see. Burrow is 26, and Josh. See, I think you might take Burrow over Allen because Allen runs a lot. So you got to worry about durability, and Lamar runs a lot too. So you might take Burrow over both those guys.
So you and I, we actually disagreed with EJ and Manny. It was like this side of the glass versus that side of the glass when we were talking about, is Joe Burrow, like, where does he rank? And I actually thought he is thought of to be the second best quarterback in the NFL.
No, I don't necessarily agree. I think he's right there. But he's definitely in the top tier. There's no doubt about that.
So I love my guy Josh Allen, obviously, and I love him as a longtime Buffalo Bills fan. But I gotta keep it real with everybody. I do think that Burrow is thought of as the better, I would say, classic quarterback. Now, here's the thing about Burrow: he has Jamar Chase. Josh Allen doesn't have anything like that.
That's very true.
Lamar Jackson doesn't have anything like that. Patrick Mahomes had Kelsey forever, who's also maybe the greatest tight end of all time.
What do you mean?
But as far as wide receivers, nobody has the weapon and the upside. No receiver on any of the other teams is Jamar Chase.
Okay. Back to Lamar Jackson for 1 second. I think and this may or may not be true in today's game, the thought is that a mobile quarterback kills you in the regular season because you don't have time to game plan. But if you have a playoff game where you can really put a spy on that mobile quarterback and you can really game plan for a mobile quarterback, then they might not be as effective. And that's what's happened in Lamar Jackson's career. 17-10 at home against Kansas City. The coaching was terrible in that game for Baltimore, but how do you get over that? That's why he's 4. I think that's why he's 4. I mean, EJ, you're surprised. I don't think Joe Burrow plays that badly in the AFC title game against the Chiefs. I don't think Burrow would put that effort out there.
I just feel like the disrespect for Lamar Jackson is out of control.
But how do you say it's disrespect if he's also won 2 MVPs? He's getting a lot of respect when it's time to put the best up against the best. He's got more. Burrow's never been an MVP.
Yeah, no.
Josh has got one.
Well, I think in a crazy way, the media respects Lamar Jackson way more than the rest of the league does. And how long is Joe Burrow going to eat on making a Super Bowl and losing? I'm sorry. This is getting, to me, a little ridiculous.
But he made the AFC title game and lost by a hair to the Chiefs, too. So
and that was
two playoff runs.
I think people believe it was that bad pass interference call on, I forgot the defensive guy's name.
It was a guy got knocked out of bounds.
The late hit, pardon me.
It was a terrible play. I mean,
you could see why he threw the call.
Not the flag. I'm saying the play was terrible.
Yeah,
the defensive guys blew it.
Yeah, they blew it. Yeah, they totally blew it.
That's not Burrow's fault.
Referee was the right call. And it wasn't Burrow's fault at all. I don't know. Lamar Jackson's won 2 MVPs since that Joe Burrow appearance in the Super Bowl, which quite frankly was a shock. It wasn't like we were expecting the Bengals to be this team that was going to go to the Super Bowl. Like, they shocked the world when they did what they did. And they played a competitive Super Bowl, but they lost. He's not a Super Bowl champion. Like, Joe Burrow, as great as he is, we treat him like he's a championship quarterback when he is not. So I don't know why he keeps getting lumped up ahead of Lamar Jackson and in some people's eyes ahead of Josh Allen when, to me, none of those guys have got the one thing, which is winning a championship. Going to the Super Bowl does not matter. If that was the case, then we'd say Dan Marino, mission accomplished. He got to a Super Bowl. But we don't say that. We say that he didn't get it done. I don't know why he keeps being put ahead. Lamar Jackson's a 3-time All-Pro first team, a 2-time MVP. He almost won a third one last year. He was just razor's edge close from winning a third one. Say a guy that hasn't even sniffed an MVP. Joe Burrow's not even been an MVP conversation.
So,
and to say that he's better than him is crazy to me.
Okay, so I think Burrow, his health is definitely a thing. And that's why I was so critical, and we all were so critical of the Bengals this year, because you wasted a healthy Burrow season. You had a healthy, and the fact you couldn't make the playoffs, not even like get to the playoffs and lose, couldn't make the playoffs when Joe Burrow was healthy. Here's why. I think it's the playoff record. And again, wins, loss, not a quarterback stat, but they tend to be in the postseason where Joe Burrow has a postseason record of 5-2. Josh Allen has a postseason record of 7-6. It's barely over 500, but it's over 500. Lamar Jackson's postseason record is 3-5.
And then it's like,
it's just it's not on pace with everything, on par with everything that we see
in some ways,
in the regular season.
But in some ways, it almost reminds me of the Jordan-LeBron debate when it comes to finals. Because how many times did Joe Burrow not even make the playoffs? I mean, Josh Allen basically got to the league and the Bills were a playoff team. Lamar Jackson just arrived and they were a playoff team. Joe Burrow only made the playoffs twice. It's not like this guy's been in the league for 2 years. This is a guy who's in
5 years.
It's his 6th year entering the NFL, and he's only made 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, but
2 years he was hurt.
Yeah, how many seasons has he played?
Right, but that is a part of it. That's
I agree with you.
But let me ask you this:
health is a part of it.
But a real question: if you put Joe Burrow on the Ravens, where would they be?
I think they'd be the same team. You don't think that Lamar Jackson's ability to run doesn't also help the defense, doesn't also help their running game? Of course it does.
I don't know. I feel like I think regular season Lamar would be better. But I think in the playoffs, maybe Joe Burrow gets out of one of those games and Lamar could not.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. So these are executives, scouts, and coaches did their top 10 quarterbacks, this is according to ESPN, and it goes Patrick Mahomes 1, no shock there. Josh Allen is 2, Joe Burrow is 3, Lamar Jackson is 4. Does Lamar Jackson have a case here to be miffed about this? Can I tell you who 5 is?
Please.
Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, 8 Jared Goff, 9 is Jalen Hurts, and 10 is Baker Mayfield. The Jalen Hurts part of this, I don't know if a lot of people are going to get riled up about this outside of Philadelphia, but
people were mad. There was another ranking earlier this summer where Jalen Hurts was down, and people were furious in Philadelphia.
Okay, because I mean, it seems like he should be a bit higher on the list.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you go head to head in a massive game, like nobody's giving any of those guys ahead of him a major advantage over Hurts, but it's part of a team.
Go Birds!
Like, because last year it was like if you focus on Hurts, then Barkley kills you. If you focus on Barkley, then Hurts kills you. So you have A.J. Brown. I think the most important argument is that Burrow has Jamar Chase. That's the one that's the only answer. Because last year Burrow was nearly perfect. So was Lamar and Josh Allen, but all of them were like just equally amazing. So, but the funny thing about this, I also too, we're nitpicking individuals here. I think the important question is like who is more likely to lead their team to a Super Bowl, and that's really like what the debate about. Otherwise, what do we do? Who's more individually talented? Who cares? Who's going to win a Super Bowl? And Hurts has every chance. Stafford has every chance. Like I wouldn't give any of those guys an edge over Stafford or Hurts in a big game. Like those guys are great too.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
I'm Joe.
Is Lamar Jackson being disrespected here by being ranked 4th in terms of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL? I I mean, yes, like obviously he is being disrespected, but I do understand. This is the other thing. I do understand where that the postseason record may come into it. And here's the other part about it. I think because it's the Ravens, we also always assume that the defense is holding up their end of the bargain. Even if they're not statistically as good as like when Ray Lewis was winning the Super Bowl or what have you, the Ravens actually are. They know defense. That's the DNA of that franchise, is to be a good defensive team. They started off last year, not a great defensive team, but got better as the season went on. They've got studs on defense, too, like Kyle Hamilton.
Nah.
People love them.
They're okay on defense.
So, and why did their defensive coordinator get a head coaching job in Seattle? Like, these guys they know defense in Baltimore. Cincinnati's defense, sus. Bills' defense, sus. So... And the Chiefs' defense is fantastic, as we know. So I think that's another reason why Lamar is held to a really high standard. Like,
they had the number one offense in the league by 50 yards a game last year and came out totally flat in the playoffs.
Oh, I get it.
Lamar, first of all, it doesn't matter what Lamar's ranked. The storyline about Lamar Jackson is he has to win in the playoffs. He has to put up or shut up right now. I don't care if he's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like, this is enough. The Chiefs are getting, at some point the Chiefs are going to be toppled. The Bills don't really have that great a team around Josh Allen. No offense to your Bills.
No, listen, that's why Josh wins an MVP is because they're actually, you can't, if you took him off the team, they might not be a playoff team, let alone a Super Bowl contender. Ravens
have to win it this year. Like, this is a wake-up call. This whole discussion is like, Lamar Jackson, you better start winning playoff games. Like, you have no excuse unless you happen to be hurt.
Well, this is the other part, too. I think we're talking about Lamar got ranked 4th in terms of top 10 quarterbacks, according to ESPN surveyed coaches, GMs, and scouts. Here's the other part. I think it's also why Allen gets the nod here is even when they lose in the playoffs, Allen plays well.
Yeah.
Lamar started to turn it on in the second half against Buffalo last year in the divisional round, and Mark Andrews is the one who obviously wears that loss more than anyone for the drops. But Lamar was not good in the AFC Championship game in Baltimore 2 years ago. He just wasn't. And he was better in the second half against Buffalo last year, but in the first half, he was not good. So it's not just the record, it's also how he's playing in the big games.
Oh, 100%. So, but let me ask you a question, though, about Josh Allen being number 2.
Yeah.
If, say, the Rams played the Bills, would you give some massive quarterback advantage to Josh Allen over Matthew Stafford?
That's tough, right? Because Stafford's got so much. Stafford is a champion.
Yeah, and also, would you give either Lamar or Allen a big advantage over Burrow in a playoff game? I think some people have this mystique around Joe Burrow that he's a big game performer and might go Burrow.
He came into Buffalo and kicked their ass. I mean, that was a tough season for Buffalo. The DeMar Hamlin season.
Yeah.
Things were
kind
of falling apart.
Wasn't there a snowstorm?
It messed up the whole playoff schedule. There was just a lot going on that year, but no excuses. Play like a champion, I guess. And Burrow, but it was a thorough beatdown.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Ravens have Derrick Henry now. They've finally fixed their receiving core. They seem to have talent there. Like, this has got to be it, right? But that being said, I'm picking the Ravens this year. I want to. They have to get through this AFC.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar's got to look. He's got to, at the end of the day, put up or shut up. I totally agree with that. I don't think that's. Some ways, I don't know if that's this entire conversation. Though it would be different if we were talking about it, comparing him to a guy who won a Super Bowl. We're not.
Right.
We're talking about a guy that lost, and yes, he has a better playoff record, and yes, he has performed better. It's not like Joe Burrow's been putting up 400 yards in the playoffs. So even some of the games he won, he didn't play that great. But he's a much better playoff quarterback. That's fair. But we're talking about quarterback. We're talking about just overall the position, a full season. I don't think anybody is going to a season, considering Joe Burrow's health and considering the fact that you're not guaranteed to make the playoffs. He's on your team.
Yeah.
And saying, I'm taking him over Lamar Jackson. I don't believe that.
Poll question. Who would you rather have as your quarterback, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow? 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Unless you want to put Josh Allen in, he might split the votes, though. And we're really just talking about these two guys, right?
Let's go head-to-head. I think that's a more illustrative poll.
I have another question for you. This top 10, should C.J. Stroud be in there? He's an honorable mention. C.J. Stroud, who's beaten Justin Herbert.
Pretty average last year.
I mean, their offensive line was crap.
Yeah, I know. Their for me, their big issue is their play calling was terrible.
The honorable mentions were C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan Love's a funny one. The analytics guys like Love. Like Warren Sharp thinks Love is super elite.
The guy got hurt in the first game of the season.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
came back.
No, he came, and then he got hurt again, right? And still played through it. But
Yeah,
that was a bad playoff game against Philadelphia. They got that bad call that went against them early in the game, and it felt like they kind of
I think
withered.
You and I have argued about this before. I think there are a lot of quarterbacks who are good enough to win a Super Bowl. I really believe that. I think you could go 15 quarterbacks in the league who have enough talent if they have the right team around them to win a quarterback.
Okay, well, how about this? This is the ESPN. They surveyed coaches, GMs, scouts to come up with top 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Here's just outside of the top 10, but also receiving votes. And I will name it, and you just say gut reaction. Can they win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Not if everything's perfect, obviously. If you make the NFL.
Right. Not like a Trent Dilfer situation, but
right.
I know what you mean.
Kyler Murray.
No.
Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Dak Prescott.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's a weird one. Yeah, wait, you're saying, I thought we were just talking about quarterbacks in general. You mean specifically this year before he retires?
These were the also receiving votes. Yes, this year. Not Aaron Rodgers has won a Super Bowl.
Well, I know exactly, no, he's not going to win a Super Bowl this year.
Tua.
With a lot of love.
No.
And Bo Nix.
Well, that's too early. I have no idea. Where was Jared Goff? Oh, he was 8?
8.
Okay.
Nestled right in between Jalen Hurts at 9 and Justin Herbert at 7.
I find Bo Nix a really hard guy to evaluate because we have no idea what his second year is going to be like.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
This is not a good look here for Trevor Lawrence. And I know that he got hurt, but wow.
I forgot about that guy.
Not even receiving votes?
That's crazy. I forgot about that guy.
Dude, he's not even receiving votes.
That's why I forgot about him.
Well, he did get hurt, but a lot of these guys were not exactly 100%
I think he's better
healthy.
than most of the guys you just named.
Kyler Murray got a vote, no Trevor Lawrence.
Who? Trevor Lawrence is better than Bo Nix and Kyler Murray. That's crazy.
Trevor's got bigger problems. He does not need to care where he's ranked right here. He's got to put together a reasonable season.
I just feel like these rankings, it's like we care about some things sometimes and sometimes we don't. So with Jalen Hurts, we don't care that he won a Super Bowl and was amazing in his other Super Bowl and has gone deep into the playoffs. But for for Joe Burrow, we do care that he's a great playoff performer. But we don't care that Justin Herbert was a terrible playoff performer and hasn't been able to get to the playoffs most of his career. But we care about his regular season. But for other guys, Lamar Jackson, we ding him for being a great regular season player and not a great postseason player. It's so inconsistent.
I know, but and Jalen Hurts, everyone should be you're right, because Jalen Hurts actually in the first Super Bowl they lost to the Chiefs. He was excellent.
He was like Vince Young in the Rose Bowl. He was running, throwing, he was doing everything possible for them to win.
I know, bad fumble 6, but that happened in the first
mistake.
half.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing about Justin Herbert, this is. I'd love to know where if we did just a redraft, where Justin Herbert really would be.
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Again, C.J. Stroud beat him, and he's not on the list.
Justin Herbert makes people big mad. I love the Justin Herbert because there's a certain contingent of the media that loves Justin Herbert. There's a certain contingent of the media that hates Justin Herbert. I don't know what those contingents are, but generally, that dude is polarizing.
You want to know who the people who love him the most? It's the former quarterbacks. They're the ones I think who love Justin Herbert the most. I think it's the media people who maybe poke holes in the In the playoff
that would actually make sense
because they see him and it's just I wish I could be.
Stats are
that arm.
When he's on, his stats are great. He has amazing games. He's had amazing. Last year his numbers were fantastic in a kind of a conservative way. But remember his first 2 years, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, and 38 touchdowns, 15 picks. That trajectory is huge, but you're right, though. He's never put it together.
888-710-4ISN. If you were starting your team from scratch and you could have either Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson, who would you pick? 888-710-476. Yes.
And also, too, the fact that Jaden Daniels is 5, oh, my God. And there's another guy who's going to be on that list next year. EJ, make the hand motion. Cam Ward's coming for that list.
Wow. Top 10?
Oh, if Jaden Daniels number 5 in this year, I'm telling you, Cam Ward will be on this list next year.
Come on, Jackson Dart. Come on, give me something to cheer about.
Jackson Dart. Okay. Maybe we're going to have to go deeper than 10, Manny.
Top 32. Can I give it top 32? No, I think Dart's going to. I think Dart might be okay. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. If you could only have Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow as your quarterback, who are you picking?
Look at that.
Coming up, we also have our pick for Coach on the Rise. Got one for college, got one for the NFL. We'll do that next.
Wow, Jaden Daniels. Look at that.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. We'll get back to our question. If you could either have Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson as your starting QB, who would you take? You can only choose between those two guys. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. This is off a ESPN article where they talked to GM, scouts, and coaches to rank the quarterbacks. It went Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen 1 and 2, but then Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson were 3 and 4. Do you see it that way? Was Lamar Jackson snubbed there? I want to mention something to Andrew Bogusch. You mentioned it briefly, but I wanted to give a little bit of a context to the audience. You love Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Now, Manny also loves Jennifer Aniston, so I guess this is kind of for both of you. So she is dating somebody now.
Yeah.
And this is like cheating. The guy's a hypnotist.
Oh.
Did you see that?
No, I only saw a picture of him and her on a boat or something, and it just said his name like I was supposed to know who he was.
Rachel's with the Mentalist?
It's not Oz or O's. That would be hell of a couple. His name's Jim Curtis. I've never heard of him either.
James, I hate you.
He's a hypnotist. Guys, Jen's friends. Don't you realize what's happening here? He must have hypnotized her into falling in love with him.
Should have tried that.
Yeah.
Honestly, Manny, there's still time. Bogusch might be over, but because he's married. But you could still become a hypnotist, and I don't even know why more guys haven't thought of this.
Pardon my ignorance in the hypnotist community, but is there a regular what card am I holding up? Are there regular hypnotists?
Sleepy, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh, you're like a therapist?
Yeah, is that?
Yeah, people get hypnotized to try to stop smoking. I know that's a popular thing.
But I thought a psychiatrist does that. There's actual people that are just hypnotists.
They said,
what's the best school for hypnotism?
Buffalo State.
You missed it. You were there. You could. Okay, this is what from People magazine. The actress Aniston is 56 has sparked romance rumors with hypnotist Jim Curtis. She brought him along on a glamorous summer vacation with some of her A-list pals.
Yeah.
See, I feel like there's something a little nerdy about being a hypnotist, or it's like kind of
creepy.
You're magician adjacent.
What's your
would you date a magician?
Yeah, without the endless
oh my
handkerchief.
Gosh. How about David Copperfield pulled Claudia Schiffer?
That's a great point.
David Blaine only had hot girlfriends.
Oh yeah, women love magicians.
But what's your degree to be a hypnotist?
He's talking about we secretly want to get sawed in half. Maybe we secretly want to be a magician's assistant. I don't know.
I got to be honest. I'd rather not date a supermodel and not be a magician. I think that's so lame.
What?
Being a magician?
No, I want to be a magician. Why do you want to be a hypnotist? I guess to trick Aniston.
Yeah, because you tricked Jennifer Aniston and now you're on a boat.
Ooh.
See, I'm on a boat.
That's not
you're falling in love with me. Ooh.
No, that's lame.
Watch my stopwatch.
That's lame. I don't want to get Jennifer Aniston like that.
Dude, I don't know.
No, that's
Does
whack.
anyone care how you win the war? It's how you won it,
It's like being on the juice. It's like, no. I want to, if I'm going to get rejected, I'm going to get rejected being myself. I'm not going to try to hypnotize someone into loving me.
Take
That's
that
ridiculous.
mentality out of here, man. I'm trying to Barry Bonds this thing.
Manny wants 73 homers.
I want 74. I want the record.
Sorry. You want to break the record. So apparently there's an American Council of Hypnotists examiners, or the National
Vanderbilt?
Guild of Hypnotists.
The National Guild of Hypnotists?
You're asking.
Yeah, we can make a
you
guild.
Get certified. I guess it's optional.
Where's the guild?
I don't know. You got to join it.
By the way, I saw this guy's picture. He didn't need hypnotism.
No, he's a handsome guy.
Very good-looking man.
You don't think other handsome guys have tried to get with Jennifer Aniston? You need something. You need something to set yourself apart. And this guy's just cut the line all the way to the front using hypnosis, clearly.
No, but when he was
everybody
younger, like, why did he pick up the party trick? Like, he didn't need it. Like, if he was an ugly hypnotist, he's not getting Jennifer Aniston.
I'm going to be honest. If my friend suddenly started dating a hypnotist, I'd be like, wake up.
Would you rather her date a hypnotist or a magician? Magician's the answer, right?
Then we could all go to the show.
You just want the free tickets to a show.
No, suddenly it's about me. I don't know, the scene in Get Out, if any of you guys seen that movie, the Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah. Creep
She's
me
a
out.
therapist and she hypnotizes him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did. What a trippy movie.
Yeah, that's a crazy movie.
Oh, I saw Sinners this weekend, by the way.
Oh.
Yannick Sinner?
No, Josh Allen's wife.
That
Haley
I know. I
Steinfeld.
couldn't believe that was Josh Allen's wife. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. Yeah.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it's really good. It is pretty intense. So
Like disturbing and weird?
I'm
or?
like, yeah, it was like it's a nice summer weekend. Like, yes, it's definitely like you come away like feeling, oh boy.
Well, it's streaming now, and the commercial for that ends with her with blood all over her face, down her. I don't know how she got that way, but it's a gory, and she's speaking weirdly.
Yeah, no, it's not horror. I mean, you've seen it, right?
I've not seen it, actually.
Oh, it's not horror, but it's horror adjacent. It makes you feel worse about life.
Oh, worse about life.
It's a dark movie. Like, it's just like, it's it's a vampire movie. I'm not.
I love feeling bad about
I didn't
myself.
know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and it's a bit scary.
Do any vampire movies make you feel better about life?
Well,
Dracula
Twilight.
made me feel good.
Yeah, Hotel Transylvania was a good movie.
Twilight, definitely.
Okay, sorry, I stand corrected.
Is anybody?
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen Twilight? Of
No.
course you haven't. I knew you hadn't.
So here's the thing: you can actually, according to the internet, you can master hypnosis in just days. If you just
Let's go.
you can learn hypnosis in 2 to 3 weeks, according to this.
I'm in.
2 to 3 weeks? That's like a sprained ankle. Come on, let's go.
Do you think the boss would give us off 2 to 3 weeks to go to hypnotist like camp?
Probably not. But if we tell him it's to woo Jennifer Aniston, then probably, yeah.
Or to trick her
I
into
think
listening
Ryan,
more?
we might just be right there with you. You should take him. He's our boss, Ryan Early. He's single.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
This
All
is
three of us just learning how to hypnotize.
how to become a hypnotherapist
Triple
in
date.
5 steps.
All right, let's hear it, Mags.
Number 1.
Give me $7,000.
It's actually behind a paywall.
What's your bank routing number?
I'm sorry.
Number 2, get a pocket watch.
Number 3, get a couch.
Earn a bachelor's degree, pursue a master's degree, gain experience, become licensed, maintain your license. Boom.
So it says pursue a master's degree, not get one?
I don't think you would need to be certified to be a hypnotist.
All right, 3 classes, and that's pursuing a master's degree. I'm in there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anyway, Jennifer Aniston's dating a hypnotist, and obviously there's something crazy fishy about that. Bogusch has headlines for us.
I don't remember, guys, how much we talked about this when it happened back in April, but there was an update over the weekend on the death of John Elway's agent and good friend Jeff Spurbeck. He fell off a golf cart driven by Elway, did not survive his injuries. Over the weekend, the Riverside County, California sheriff told a Denver TV station their investigation is now complete. This was just a tragic accident, which was always the assumption. Elway will not face any charges. A final formal announcement is expected in the next few days from law enforcement. He waited a little longer than expected to hear his name in yesterday's MLB draft, but maybe Ethan Holiday ended up where he belonged. The Rockies used the 4th pick on him 27 years after drafting his dad, Matt, who became one of the best players in franchise history.
I don't even know what words I can put to this, but the Rockies organization, I'm just so thankful, and obviously with the family and the background and my dad being drafted by them, and that just adds such a cool thing, and knowing everybody in the organization since I was born. So I'm super thankful.
That was Ethan on MLB Network. The TV in the Holiday House was over his shoulder, so you could watch himself on TV during all of this. Many thought he'd be the number 1 pick like his brother Jackson, but the Nats instead went with another high school shortstop, Eli Willits, last night. 9 shortstops went in the first 14 picks. 6 of the first 10 selections were high schoolers. As for those already in the majors, the Cubs won their rubber game at Yankee Stadium 4-1, 57 wins before the All-Star break, their most since 2008. The Mariners wrapped up a 3-game sweep in Detroit, 8-4. Seattle scored 35 runs over the weekend, their most in a 3-game series since 2002. And maybe the Dodgers getting hot again.
He swings it. He hits a fly ball shallow into center field. It's going to drop. Here comes Outman around third. He will score, and the Dodgers take a 3-2 lead in the 11th.
That's Tim Neverett on Dodgers Radio. Freddie Freeman, the tie-breaking RBI single. They scored 3 total in the 11th to get a 5-2 win at the Giants. Back-to-back W's now for LA on the heels of that 7-game skid. The Jonas Valanciunas trade to the Nuggets is now official, but we still don't know officially if he'll report to Denver. The veteran big man has been flirting with Greek club Panathinaikos. The LA Sparks snapped the 3-game skid, 92-88 over the Sun, 23 points for Kelsey Plum. And Brian Van Gisbergen is red hot on the NASCAR circuit. A win yesterday at Sonoma. That's 2 in a row, 3 in 5 starts, which means he does not need EJ's fiance's friend to set him up on dates. Guys, back to you.
By the way, I'm texting Andrea right now about this situation.
Yeah, this is, we're helping Manny, who's not a champion race car driver.
Yet.
Might be a soon-to-be hypnotherapist, but we can't promise race car driver. And Perloff doesn't like it because you don't like setups in general. But I think it's a great way for Manny to find a summer fling.
I feel like I could set up Manny, though. I always feel like they're guys I think have a better chance.
But do you know any single women who are even around his age?
Why didn't you wander around MetLife Stadium, this glorious soccer match you went to, just looking for eligible bachelorettes?
Because it's a sporting event, you guys. Like, that's not where you meet women. You meet them in bars. Women...
I don't know. Have you been to a baseball game recently?
Yeah.
They be bringing them out.
You know what? I'm not even having this. I'm not having this conversation.
Am I lying?
You're not.
Have you not been to Yankee Stadium or Citi Field? I feel like there are some beautiful women to be at these games.
Can I tell you,
including my fiance. Love you,
yes,
Andrea.
they're with men.
No.
No, not anymore.
The last
back in the day, that used to be the case. Not anymore.
The last Met game I was at, there were 2 women, and they were attractive, probably in their mid-20s, and they stood at tables in the outfield at Citi Field, and they stood there, and there was basically a line to their right of guys who would take a turn, walking over with beers, putting them down, just to talk to these girls the entire night. That could have been you and Manny.
That sounds like a good scenario to you
for a summer fling. Sure.
I'm saying there are women there. I'm not saying
that. It's good for the women. I'm telling you, this is trying to have Manny meet a woman.
Also,
you do not meet a woman at Citi Field.
That'd be funny because you really want to be the last man in that line. So by the time they've had like 6 beers, now you're ready to just swoop in. It doesn't matter who you are.
They would believe you're a race car driver.
They're blacked out. I had my friend group text thread, my all really pretty women in my life all want to go to see the Savannah Bananas.
Why?
Girls trip.
Why?
Because they think they don't know sports that well. They think it's funny. They just like encountered it.
Well, if they want to be entertained, why don't they just watch paint dry?
No. You have a guy on stilts.
Okay.
Lighting a bat on fire.
Guys got cut off shirts, tight pants. I get it.
Okay,
I guarantee you those Savannah Banana guys are killing it on the road right now.
Look at their bodies.
100%.
Obviously, anybody who has a body like that is. Steve Weatherford didn't have the cutest face, but he's jacked, and he pulled.
Wait a minute,
punter.
Steve Weatherford catch a stray. You guys been happily married for like 25 years. But no, I bet those Savannah Banana guys pull as hot a chicks as regular Major League Baseball guys.
Well, yeah, again, because they have 10% body fat, and you have less than 15, you're going to be able to get women.
It's not just that.
Savannah Bananas, they're not like muscle gym guys. They're just
Yeah,
some
like
of them
kinda-
are.
No,
some
but
of
they're
them are
also like
yoked.
they're performing and it's like fun and they
can
look like
dance.
professional athletes.
I mean,
they're doing backflips and stuff. Like this shooting fish in a barrel. Women are powerless to resist that.
I think they're doing great, but probably not better than MLB players. MLB players also have $475 million in the bank for like a backup shortstop.
No, I know, but in some ways I think it makes it kind of complicated. Women are trying to trap you and trying to, all that stuff, all the groupie stuff.
My understanding of MLB
Please
players
trap
is
me.
they've always done quite well.
I'm sure they do. But there's also just more to it that goes with them. The Savannah you're not hooking up with Mr. Savannah Banana because you think it's going to end with riches. You're doing it because it's fun and they're cute.
It's a story.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you're saying
I hooked up with the stilts guy.
Yeah, and you're epic in your friend group just for the end of time.
Did he keep the stilts on?
You'd have to be like in a warehouse.
Stilts stay on.
I don't think a regular room, like a hotel room, wouldn't fit that.
You've heard of socks stay on? Well, the stilts stay on.
Make the story better. So your friends call you stilts for the end of life.
Call you
Thank
stretch.
you. Oh, man. There you go. So, coming up, the M&P 500. Whose stock is up? Whose stock is down? Spoiler, Savannah Banana stock always up. Maggie Perloff.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. .30 seconds remaining. 15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Got a lot of questions percolating out there for you to answer. One, if you could only have Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson, who would you draft, pick, however you want to put that?
Do we have an early result on that?
Stand by.
Okay.
Hold on.
I have it here.
Yep, Joe Burrow crushing 74% to 26%. It is very, very early on in that poll. More for you. Are you immediately skeptical when a woman is trying to set you up on a date? 54% of you are saying yes, you are immediately skeptical. And then does Christian McCaffrey need to play like an MVP candidate for the 49ers to win the Super Bowl? 88% saying yes. It's a landslide. Last one for you. What would be the most intriguing next destination for LeBron James? The Cavaliers edging out the Warriors right now.
What's that percentage?
In that poll. 41% Cavs, 34% Warriors.
Cleveland! But I thought we did Warriors against the Lakers. Did we not do that one?
No, it was Cavs, Warriors, Clippers, Mavericks. Those are the teams that Scoop B. Robinson mentioned as the teams that would be.
Yes.
We're doing
Clippers,
next destination.
Yeah. Clippers 6%, Mavs 19%. Finally, what would you rather see this NBA season? Luka and LeBron in LA, LeBron with the Cavs. 72% of you want to see him on the Cavs.
Yeah, he's got to get out of LA, Maggie.
Let's get to stock up, stock down.
The M&P 500 on the Infinity Sports Network.
All right, we do this every Monday. Who stocks up? Who stocks down after a big weekend? Pearl, go ahead.
Well, you know what I'm all about this summer. It is definitely the Club World Cup, and my guys out of Chelsea, actually, I didn't have a team in this, just crushed it on Sunday. It looked so hot, Maggie, but it looked really fun. They beat PSG 3-0, and there was actually what looked like their first goal. Manny, you watched the match, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The first, they had a wide open shot and missed it. I thought it was in and was celebrating. It was a wild match. The president looked incredibly hot in the box. I was all about it. The Club World Cup was great. I just think they do have to move the times of these tours, and they have to play early in the morning or late at night because it looked. I was in New York yesterday. I think the Club World Cup was a big success. People were talking about it a lot. And the match was really fun. Like Chelsea looked amazing. They were just dominating. So I'm into it, and I'm really pumped for the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, hot day, but again, it's like summer soccer. Do we think it's going to be chilly? Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
Well, in Europe, it doesn't. Most places don't get that.
This hot?
This hot. But that being said, I mean, I think we're like the excitement level is going to be amazing in America. Next year is going to be out of control.
No, it's amazing. It's the World Cup. It's the biggest sporting event in the world. And it's us and Canada and Mexico all hosting.
And I think we're more primed than we were in 94. The young guys don't remember that. It was a big deal in 94.
Yeah, I went to a game.
Yeah, but much, much bigger now. Soccer is much more popular.
My stock up is going to LeBron James' passive-aggressive behavior. It's
that sounds
right
like a
there.
stock down.
It's right there. It's kind of comforting. It's like a pair of slippers. It's not like a true offseason unless LeBron James and his agents and stuff are being weird and passive-aggressive about what his next moves are. Kind of just, it makes me feel like home. It's comforting, and we're getting that. It's on a 10 right now because LeBron is reportedly, maybe a little miffed, a little agitated that the Lakers didn't offer him a contract extension. You got a big ESPN article that's basically outlining how Luka is now the face of the team, and he's the one who's getting the heads up on all the decisions, and LeBron's not. And it's going to be drama. And then LeBron's agent came out and said, well, we don't know. We are monitoring all the moves. Man, we're back, everybody. LeBron James being passive-aggressive, stock up.
That's funny because I was thinking about making that one of my stock downs. I was like, how could you do this? Okay, now we need a stock down. I mean, I think we all have the same stock down here. It's whoever picked the NL All-Star game. What are you doing What are you doing here? You're snubbing 2 Phillies to go with the Miz. They named the Brewers phenom Jacob Mizorowski as a starter, or not a starter, as a pitcher on the team. 5 games. That'll be the least ever in All-Star history. And they left a couple, they left Razor Suarez and Christopher Sanchez, who deserved it, who have really low ERAs for the Phillies, off this. MLB is being so shallow here. They are just doing exactly what the fans want.
I know, how dare they?
And putting Miz in. But there's no argument that makes any sense to have a guy after 5 starts being on the All-Star roster when there are other deserving pitchers. I just think, I understand why they're doing it, of course. It's ratings, but it's just so shallow and so obvious. I just don't think that you could do that, Maggie.
I think this is stock up for MLB. I mean,
as Nick Castellanos called them the Savannah Bananas for this move, and I liked it. I'm like, yeah, they're trying to be like the Savannah Bananas.
And then we all crush Major League Baseball though when the ratings are down, and we say, "Oh, you're not creating enough stars, and you're not, doing enough to grab people's attention." Well, now they do something that grabs people's attention, and now they get criticized for it. We just love dunking on baseball. But you got the home run derby tonight, by the way, which should be fun if you're into that kind of thing. My stock down, Pearl. Ever hear a little something called flesh-eating maggots?
Oh, God.
Because they're on their way.
To where, Mags?
Your front door, Manny. Be careful. No, I saw this actually in All Places. People magazine was reporting on this. So, they really want people to look out. The U.S. is planning they're breeding now, and they're going to drop millions of flies to try to counteract these flesh-eating maggots that are about to maybe devastate parts of the lower U.S. So it's for livestock, the beef industry, wildlife, pets, and in some cases humans. These flesh-eating maggots can only be killed by flies, I guess. Maybe that's the best way to kill them. So the U.S. government is breeding flies to put them in these places where the flesh-eating maggots are. So hopefully this doesn't devastate the wildlife in that area.
And that's already happening?
It's already happening, yeah.
God, I haven't been in that part of the country, I guess. I was not aware. Do we have to worry about this up north?
Maybe not yet. These are called the New World screwworm fly larva, commonly known as the man-eater maggots. They could have a devastating and even fatal effect on all those things I said.
Well, that's petrifying.
No. Yeah. I'll do one more quick stock up. Caitlin Clark passing the ball was crazy this weekend. I forgot about that because, we forget, she's probably a better passer than she is a scorer right now. She had 13 assists. It's the first time she's had that many assists without a lot of turnovers. Destroyed Paige Beckers in Dallas. I want to make sure we got Caitlin Clark in there.
No, she deserves it. But remember when she came into the league and we were talking about her passing ability, and you were like, passing? Nobody wants to see her pass.
No one does want to see her pass. I was wrong. I'm going to take the L on that one. She's got some flair with her passes too. She's like if Trae Young was taller and actually could play an all-around game. Trae Young's also an outstanding passer, I might add. But Caitlin Clark is, she definitely can see the court really, really well.
Stock up, stock down. I was going to say also stock up on the hypnotist who somehow nabbed Jennifer Aniston, but we already went through all of that.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Jennifer Aniston seems like a lot of work.
The whole hypnotist.
Easy there.
You guys know what I'm talking
That's
about.
my girl, easy there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if hypnotists now get a little bit of a bump here. There's a high-profile relationship on a boat and whatnot. 888-710-4ISN. Okay, lots to do, including our coaches on the rise, the NFL and college, who to keep your eye on, plus a raging debate about Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Well, NFL coaches, GMs, and scouts have told us what they think now, according to ESPN. Patrick Mahomes, top quarterback in the league. Josh Allen would be 2. Then Joe Burrow, 3, and Lamar Jackson, 4. Jaden Daniels rounding out the top 5. Again, that's according to a new ESPN survey of the NFL the decision makers, Pearl, would have Burrow over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, listen, last year Burrow was 2. I will say I totally understand it. I can see the NFL coaches. If I was going to start a team today, I'd probably take Burrow.
So I actually have Burrow even higher. Like, I don't have him 4. I have him like 2.
He was 2 last year. He's 3 now.
Yeah. See, last year it was a disaster for the Bengals, but not because of Burrow.
Burrow had an all-time year.
Yeah,
last year.
right. So he's putting up these incredible numbers, and they don't make the playoffs. I've put that on the GM. I put that on the coaches. I put that on the defensive coordinator got fired. Lou Anarumo, who had been like a godlike figure in Cincinnati because of how he's able to stop Patrick Mahomes in the past. But I can't put it on Burrows having this great season. And then the defense, they're scoring 33 points a game and losing because their defense was just that porous. I think Burrow, as far as like scariest, and I don't want to see him, I think that Burrow, has not just proven it by getting to the Super Bowl, but being able to go into Arrowhead, which is something that Josh Allen hasn't been able to do in the playoffs, and Lamar Jackson hasn't had the opportunity in the playoffs, but hasn't been able to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs either.
Yeah, I mean, for the Bengals, you can't put it on their GM because they don't have one. You can put it on their cheap owner who will not pay anybody.
Yeah,
and like
I
he's
don't know,
trying
Duke
to save
Tobin,
cash.
I guess.
Yeah,
like,
but no,
whatever
Duke Tobin's awesome. He's actually a genius. Did you see that Mike Brown interview? Like, they're not going to pay anybody. They
paid Burrow, they paid Chase, and they paid Higgins.
Yeah. But if they paid Trey
left.
Hendrickson, I mean, they've let a lot of good defensive players out of the building. So Duke Tobin has his hands tied. Like, he knows what he's doing. Trust me. But anyway, that's the thing. The team around Burrow stinks. So that's why I think Burrow gets some love. One thing, Burrow's numbers are a little inflated because he can throw a 5-yard screen pass to Jamar Chase that ends up being an 80-yard touchdown.
Right.
So there's pros and cons on each side. The con with Lamar Jackson is he has not won in the playoffs. And I think this is good. If Lamar Jackson's mad about this rating, there's only one way to improve it. He should go out there and win the Super Bowl. He has to. Even more than Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is single-handedly carrying the Bills. There's other good players. Lamar Jackson has Derrick Henry right now running for 1,900 yards. He's got famous defense. He's now got a good receiving core. He's got Mark Andrews, who until the title game was good last year. He's got Isaiah Likely. I think Zay Flowers is really talented. Seems like a total knucklehead.
Yeah.
But there's so much around Lamar Jackson. It's now or never. And hopefully this is a wake-up call and he does this thing.
So it's funny you mentioned Joe Burrow. Like, does he get more credit because the Bengals are notoriously and historically cheap organization that's never been able to really, has gotten criticism? Or does he get less credit because he's got Chase and he's got T. Higgins, who maybe like is as close to a 1 for a second receiver? The guy's incredibly effective, and he would have gotten a huge contract on the market had he actually gone to the market. So I don't know. I tend to think that Joe Burrow gets a little bit of a boost because of what he does with that terrible defense, even though he has Chase. And I kind of understand. He also has a 5-2 record in the postseason, where Lamar Jackson has a 3-5 record. And Lamar didn't particularly play well. Now, it's not that Lamar Jackson never gets acknowledged. He's won 2 MVPs. Burrow hasn't won any. But I kind of understand, but if it were me, I wouldn't even have Burrow at 4. I would have him at 2. I think it's Mahomes 1, Burrow 2. I mean, and I love Josh Allen. You guys know I got my whole Bills corner here, and he's amazing to watch play, and it's fun to root for him, but I gotta call how I see it. I think Burrow is the more dangerous quarterback.
I mean, listen, Peyton Manning has the most MVPs in NFL history, right? Nobody thinks he's better than Tom Brady. So, I mean, maybe actually there are some people, and during their heyday, yes, but the MVPs alone doesn't prove anything. It's the same in NBA. I mean, listen, it's kind of like Mahomes is like LeBron or Jordan. He could have won like MVP every year. Even when his numbers aren't good, still beat that guy in the playoffs. By the way, notice we're not arguing about that argument, even though Mahomes' numbers were not good last year.
It's a given to me that he's number 1. Is that wrong?
No.
Yeah, it's like we know it. We realize it.
What if Hurts beats him again in the Super Bowl?
Jalen Hurts can barely crack the top 10. I don't know why, but he can barely crack the top 10 in this ESPN list. And I think also in some people's minds as well. Just to give you the heads up here. So it's obviously Mahomes 1, Allen 2, as I said. Burrow is 3. Lamar Jackson is 4. This is the word I was looking for earlier, cognoscente. That's what I was looking for. The NFL cognoscente. Jaden Daniels is 5. You've got Matthew Stafford at 6. Justin Herbert at 7, Jared Goff at 8, Jalen Hurts 9, and Baker Mayfield is 10. EJ, you think Lamar Jackson over Joe Burrow? It's not even close.
Yeah, I think this is wildly disrespectful. I mean, since Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl, they didn't win, just went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Lamar Jackson's won 2 MVPs. He's been a 3-time all-pro first-team quarterback.
Right.
I mean, he's been as elite as they come. And yes, he hasn't played as well in the postseason. That is fair. Joe Burrow in most of these years hasn't been in the postseason, or at least 2 of these years hasn't even been in the postseason. Some of that's been injury, but that also comes into a factoring who's the better player, who do you want on your team, and some of it's been just performance. The Bengals were a team last year, did not make the playoffs. Lamar Jackson, he basically came on the scene, and the Ravens were a playoff team. I think that, I know we talk about postseasons, everything, but you got to give yourself a chance. You got to get there. I think
Burrow came on the scene and made the Bengals a playoff team instantly, too. He got them to the Super Bowl in his first full year as a starter.
No, his first full year as a starter, he got hurt. They didn't make the playoffs.
His first full year as a starter.
Right, he was starting week 1 his first year.
No, it was like full year. I'm saying, like the first time he got in like 16 games, he got them playoffs. Like he made them an instant contender.
His first healthy year, you want to say.
Healthy.
Full year.
Yeah, I mean, fine. But like, again, like it wasn't like it wasn't like he got hurt, and that's unfortunate, but that is a part of the sport. And there have been healthy years where he's been healthy and they didn't make the playoffs, like last season. So I think that we say we value winning, but it's like winning what? Okay, we went to the Super Bowl, but then we lost, so then we value that? Or
we value playoff.
Or do we value winning a championship?
Well, I mean, listen.
Because Lamar Jackson has won playoff games. He won a playoff game last year.
Lamar was brilliant. Yeah, he won 1 playoff game last year. Like, come AFC title game, Burrow and Lamar were in the same spot. Like, Lamar's got to do better in the postseason. Well, you'll admit that, right?
So
of course.
I think that EJ is right to point out we're inconsistent with how we rate guys because for some guys the regular season means a lot, and for some guys it's only about the playoffs. But I think it's like it's almost a compliment. If you are a top 5 quarterback, let's take Jaden Daniels out of it for this purpose, but if you're one of these top 4 guys, of course you're only getting really judged by the postseason. You know, like that's it. And maybe, there's other guys who are going to feel pressure in the postseason. Jared Goff might be one. Brock Purdy would be another because your teams are good and you're expected to do a lot. But for these 4 guys who are the quarterbacks of this generation, I'm going to put Stafford a little bit older. But the 4 guys of this generation, it's only about Super Bowls.
But let me ask you a question.
So where regular season's is just a given.
Right. That's why you wouldn't even consider putting Lamar Jackson over Mahomes, even though Lamar Jackson's won 2 MVPs in the last whatever years. Yeah. And he probably should have won a 3rd last year if it's a total regular season award. He reminds me a little bit of Aaron Rodgers in his prime. Like Aaron Rodgers was dominant and incredibly talented, but again, a distant 2 to Brady, right? I mean, I just think it's not just about being incredibly talented. But EJ, though, it sounds like you're not really into Burrow at all. Don't you think he's fantastic?
I think he's a superstar. I think he's great. I just think that I'm not a Johnny. I'm a guy. I want to see what you did right now. I'm not a what you did 3 years ago and what you did 4 years ago, and I'm trying to go back to things you did in the past. I want to see what you've done recently.
Well, he's coming off his best season by a mile statistically.
Right, but they did not make the playoffs. And Lamar Jackson played against them, and they beat them. They beat them head to head. Like, yes, again, what is it? What do we judge them on? Are we going to judge them on what Joe Burrow did 3 years ago, or what I saw between Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow last year? They played 2 phenomenal games. But Lamar Jackson won those games.
I know.
And now I got to say the other quarterback's better?
No, but I mean, the one thing about that is I think the regular season matchups, sometimes you can't go to that when we're talking about these guys are so elite. Like, I can't bring up that Josh Allen has beaten Patrick Mahomes in regular season matchups because you guys would laugh me off the show. It's like, I just think this is the standard for these guys is just so high that even the regular season matchups, while fun and exciting when we're doing it, they're not legacy defining like the postseason matchups
for the Cincinnati Bengals, those games were playoff games. They had no choice but to win those games. Like, it's like when we talk about judging these games and saying, well, they don't matter. Then what are we doing? Bengals, they needed to win both of those games, and they lost. They lost close games, high-scoring games, and a big reason why they lost was because Lamar Jackson was unstoppable. And then we're just going to say, well, sorry, even though you won the game and you beat the team with the other quarterback that we say is better than you, you're still worse.
I just watched the documentary Quarterback, and those 2 games in particular were the 2 examples of how the Bengals let Joe Burrow down. Because Joe Burrow led the Bengals into field goal position in the first game, and Money McPherson, missed it. So that was clearly on him, 100%. And then the next game, they drive down, and Burrow has this incredible drive inside the game, and they missed a 2-point conversion, which was, I guess, on Burrow. But, like, Burrow could not have done anything more in those games. Yeah, Lamar was amazing, too. But there's no way you could critique Burrow after those 2 games. He was unbelievable. He was perfect.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. If you had to start a franchise, you could only pick either Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. Who would you take? Derek is in Baltimore. Good morning, Derek. How are you?
How you doing? Hey, I'm with EJ. Listen, I'm not a homer because I'm a 49ers fan. I'm not a Ravens fan. It is Lamar Jackson by far. I am so sick of this glazing that everyone does for Joe Burrow. 3 years, missed the playoffs 3 out of his first 5 years. Stay injured, comeback player of the year twice. That's not an award players want to win.
Mm-hmm.
2 years in a row, you missed the playoffs. And this is a guy who has arguably the best receiver in the league, arguably the best number 2 receiver in the league. Are we forgetting about T. Higgins? Everyone's focused on Jamar Chase, and I get it. T. Higgins can go anywhere and start. And I get the defense and what everyone's saying. But if you're supposed to be so great and you're this elite quarterback, aren't you supposed to overcome that? And how can you be a great quarterback if you've never made an all-pro team? That's for one. I'm sorry. I don't have him top 3. I honestly don't even have him top 4 because as of right now, put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. I don't care who he's played with. The man has won the 2 Super Bowls, won 1, played great in both. How long are we going to keep talking about the 2021 season?
Yeah.
We can't keep harping on that.
It's crazy.
Listen, I'm a 49ers fan. I can't keep harping on the Debo season of 2021. It's not happening again. It happened. It's over with. And this is the only reason why I think people put Joe Burrow on such a high pedestal, because he went to Arrowhead and won. To me, I got him as probably the second overrated quarterback in the league outside of the guy with the Chargers.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Those guys are overrated. Joe Burrow, he's not bad. He's a very good quarterback.
He's definitely not bad.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
We cannot keep saying elite and great because elite, great quarterbacks do not miss the playoffs 2 years in a row.
But
you
Derek,
guys have been watching football.
No, you've been watching football long enough to know that when your defense is as trash as the Bengals were last year, what more can Joe Burrow do?
Okay, that's 4-8 start. That was all on defense. Burrow had nothing to contribute with that. Week 1 against the Patriots.
The Patriots.
Joe Burrow was horrible. I mean, it's not as if that 4-8 start was all on the defense. Okay? You cannot be considered great. And you're telling me he's over Lamar? If you give Lamar Jackson, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins,
right,
man, he throws for almost 5,000 yards minimum, and it's not even close.
I know, but if you gave Joe Burrow a good defense, where could they be? Like, we can do this, Derek, all day long. I want to let you make a 49ers point, too, because you said you're a huge 49er fan.
Yeah, so as
about
far
McCaffrey.
as the McCaffrey thing, he's at the tail end of his career. If I'm Shanahan, and I don't think Shanahan's going to do it, listen, 20 touches max. That's it. We need him more for December and January versus September and October.
Yeah.
If you run this guy into the ground, just like you did last year when he came back, Jordan Mason was leading the league in rushing when McCaffrey came back. And as soon as McCaffrey comes back, you bench Mason, you run McCaffrey into the ground again, and then that's when he had the injury versus Buffalo. We don't need to run through him. The history of Shanahan is running back by committee. Yeah. We don't need to force feed McCaffrey 25, 30 touches. He's had a bunch of injuries in Carolina. He had the third injury with San Francisco. Let's give him 15 to 20 total touches. Let's save him for the long haul because with this easy schedule we have, and I don't want to say easy because no game is a gimme, but we can use Isaac Garendo. We can we just drafted another running back. Let's put the workload on those younger guys, Derek, because we need McCaffrey for the long haul.
I'm with you. Thank you for the call. A couple things. I'm with Derek on load managing certain players during the season. I hate it in the NBA. I'm for it when it comes to the NFL.
For a running back.
Yeah, running back, definitely.
Well, you can't really do it in most other positions.
Oh, well, you know how I feel about load managing Joe Flacco. I think the Browns should save him for the end of the year, but you and I will argue about that another time.
Well, the Browns are probably going to start at 1-5, so the end of the year is going to be sometime in mid-October, but they're going to start focusing on next year's quarterback. But I get it with running back. I might be dead wrong. Like, I don't even think McCaffrey's going to be that explosive. Like, I'll bet you Isaac Guerrero has more 80-yard runs than he does this year. So Isaac Guerrero can outright fly. I just think that he's an older running back. I don't quite get this whole thing.
Well,
unless he finds a fountain of youth, like, is he? Maybe he's Derrick Henry, and I'm totally missing it. I just don't think he can be the dominant guy he was in Carolina and 2 years ago in San Francisco. He's worn down a bit.
Well, we asked you, does Christian McCaffrey need to play like an MVP candidate for the 49ers to win the Super Bowl? And 89% of you said yes. So you guys might say aging quarterback, you got to phase him out or load manage him or whatever. But the reality is I'm with the public on this one, which is he's got to play great because of what he does for Purdy. You can't be asking Purdy to, try to go out and be a Lamar Jackson type or a Joe Burrow type. It's just that's not where you're getting the best Purdy.
Yeah, I don't see the Niners that way. I mean, obviously last year they were terrible when their left tackle when Trent Williams was out. They used to be terrible when Debo was out. Then Debo got old last year, so he's irrelevant. And they're really bad when Bosa's out. Now, they're also bad when McCaffrey's out. I just think there's a lot more going on. It's a much more dynamic team than just Christian McCaffrey. You probably have the highest paid coach. I don't know what Shanahan's salary is. You have one of the most well-thought of offensive coaches, one of the most well-thought of defensive coaches. You got Hall of Famers all up and down your line. You need Christian McCaffrey to be an MVP to do this? Seems odd to me.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Then the question about Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson. If you were to start your team and you could only have one of the guys, who would you want? And are we living too much in the past, I guess, with Joe Burrow? The recent past, obviously.
Past? He's 26.
I don't know. I mean, EJ's saying we can't go off of 3 years ago when he was in the Super Bowl. You got to go with now. Now, to be fair to Burrow and Lamar, Burrow's missed years because of missed the playoffs because of injury, but so was Jackson. I mean, Lamar missed back-to-back seasons where he did not play in a playoff game because he got hurt at the end of the year. To his credit, he has totally turned that around.
Right. One of those years, they weren't that good, though, right? That was early.
So these are the 1 year when Snoop Huntley played in a playoff game. So I'm talking about 2022 and 2023.
Oh, he was out 23? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was out at the end of the year. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, lots to do, including we've got an update for you that ties into tonight's home run derby. Maggie Perloff.
You're in a 5-minute.
Tracy Morgan courtside, feeling real nice. Cheesing for the camera, sipping on Sprite. Knicks looking hot, the garden's alive. Then suddenly, oh no, man died. Vomits fly.
Yeah. Down in Music City, there's a man named Jay. He's tuned in to Maggie and Perloff every single day. Life's been a battle, he's been losing for years, but now his motto's clear. No more losing tears. He's been down, he's been low, but now he's ready for a brand new show. Jay's got questions, can't let it slide. Who's running the YouTube on the Infinity side? Jay in Nashville calling out the crew. Who's behind the curtain? He demands the truth. Peter Bummelotti's ghosting, no work in sight, but Jay's got the Maggie and Perloff show to make it right. Make it right. Been a loser so long, my losing's all gone. Tapped out my bad luck, it's time to move on. From his couch in Nashville, he's solving the case. Infinity's mystery, he's all over the place. He's got theories, he's got plans. Is it Moose or Perloff behind the cams? And Bellotti, forget it, he's MIA. Jay's the one who's showing up today. Jay in Nashville calling out the crew. Who's behind the curtain? He demands the truth. Peter Bummelotti's ghosting, no work in sight. But Jay's got the Maggie and Perloff show to make it right. Make it right. Jay's turning his luck, rising up the ranks. Infinity answers, he's storming the banks. Bellotti might miss it, but Jay's always there with a sharp-eye question and a comfy chair. Jay in Nashville calling out the crew. Who's behind the curtain? He demands the truth. Peter Bummelotti's ghosting, no work in sight. But Jay's got the Maggie and Perloff show to make it right. Jay in Nashville, he's taking the stage. From loser to legend, he's turning the page. Infinity's mystery, Bellotti's no show. Jay's the real MVP of the Maggie and Perloff show. Make it right.
2 minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back. Maggie and Perloff show. Okay, I think I'm about to get in some trouble here on our next segment. We're doing a Coaches on the Rise, football coaches on the rise. And I am very tempted to break rules and have already successful guys who I'm claiming are on the rise. Like, define on the rise.
It's like porn, you know, when you see it. No.
Okay.
A coach on the rise.
Exactly.
I mean, not Kirby Smart.
Okay.
Not Steve Sarkisian. Not anyone who's like made the playoff, whether it's 4 teams or 12.
Let's start with the NFL, though.
Okay.
If the coach has made the playoffs, is he already risen?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
It's the NFL. Yes. If you made the playoffs, you're a known commodity.
Well, I mean, like most of the coaches have made the playoffs at one point or other.
Was this that hard of an exercise?
Well, I went with D'Amico Ryans, and I was so excited about
D'Amico Ryans. He was
he's
like
definitely on the rise. He's super young, and he's really never done anything in the playoffs except beat the Chargers.
Well, he's won 2 playoff games.
He's 40. He's still one of the 5 youngest coaches in football.
All right, so let's do coaches on the rise in a proper way here. We got NFL and college, part of our NFL and college superlatives, which we'll be doing all week long. So what would you like to do?
I go D'Amico Ryans. I think D'Amico Ryans because He was getting held back by his offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick. Has a new offensive coordinator in from the Rams. They're going to fix their blocking schemes for C.J. Stroud because I don't think it was the talent. I think it was their coaching was all messed up. They'll actually throw the ball on first down once in a while, and I think they are a sleeping giant. And there was this sort of report about C.J. Stroud's elbow that C.J. Stroud just got to minicamp and laughed about.
Yeah, I know.
So I feel like the Texans are loaded. They are taking full advantage of C.J. Stroud's rookie salary, and they are loaded around him. And I think D'Amico Ryans is finally going to recreate the Niners' defense. Their defense is going to be ferocious this year. And that's why I say he's on the rise. I don't think he's really had his team in place. And this year it's going to be a dominant team, especially defensively. So that's why I consider him sort of, we haven't really seen the full effect yet.
Okay, it's fine. I'll give it to you. Here's the other thing, though, about the Houston Texans. You blink, and all of a sudden, we're in the last year of C.J. Stroud being cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be year 3, and what's going to happen after year 3? He's going to get a massive contract. Now, it probably won't kick in for another year, but it's going to be breaking records. So you're talking about trying to win with this rookie quarterback on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're halfway through that.
Well,
major, pressure on them to win.
Maybe pressure, but look at that talent. He's got Willie Anderson and Danielle Hunter killing quarterbacks, and Stingley. He's got so much talent on defense. I think it's going to be really good. Also, I actually think he's a really good coach. He needed some time to figure things out. I definitely have seen him make major mistakes. I think he's going to be much better as a coach too. And he's 40. I mean, come on. You learn the game. How, except for Sean McVay, has anyone at that age really ever gone as far as there's a learning curve at NFL coach. And I think he is on the upswing big time on that. That's why I'm kind of calling him on the rise. I admit I was squinting.
Yeah, I mean, he's won 2 playoff games. I think 2, right? Okay. My coach on the rise, I went a little bit deeper here, deeper cut. Dave Canales is going to be my coach on the rise. There is absolutely no positive news really coming out of the Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
but I will give Dave Canales coach on the rise. The counting numbers for Bryce Young are kind of similar from year 1 to year 2, but obviously the guy played much better. One of the biggest reasons he played better and the reason why the Panthers didn't draft over him and try to find his replacement yet is because of some of the things that he cleaned up, and I think Dave Canales was a big part of it. So the biggest one, Pearl, was the amount of sacks that Bryce Young took in year 1 versus year 2. Year 1, he took 62 sacks, which was good for 477 yards lost, just yardage lost on sacks. Second year, 29 sacks, just less than 200 yards taken on sack yardage. Like, he's just figuring things out. 4 game-winning drives for Bryce Young last year as well. And according to Warren Sharp, who I know you love, Carolina Panthers have the 7th easiest schedule this year, obviously, because they've come in last place in their division. But I think Dave Canales is going to start getting a lot more attention. I don't know how many games, they're not going to be a playoff team, the Panthers, but I think he's going to get a lot more attention for sort of saving Bryce Young's early career.
So Bryce Young will be entering his, obviously same draft,
Yep.
C.J. Stroud.
Third year.
And I agree. I think there's been a lot of positive buzz about the Panthers because Tenero McMillan, who they got number 8 overall, it turns out everybody behind them wanted him too. It turned out to look like a very good draft pick, the big wide receiver. Let me ask you a question. Is Canales, he doesn't have to make the playoffs now, though, to show this jump, in your opinion?
No, because it's this is only his 2nd season.
Yeah.
It's Bryce Young's 3rd, but only his 2nd. So I think you're good. I think he's good. And I think they're going to keep getting better. It's going to be an upward trajectory. We're talking about coaches on the rise. So he's my coach on the rise. All right, let's go to college. Your college coach on the rise is who?
Again, I'm totally going to...
Bill Belichick.
So...
James Franklin.
This unknown commodity.
Pretty smart.
First-year coach Bill Belichick, you could say.
Can you keep an open mind?
Okay.
Can we call Shane Beamer a coach on the rise, or is that totally cheating? Because he's never won double-digit games. He's never been a contender. I think he showed last year, like, whoa, this guy's legit. Because South Carolina was so competitive, and we're not used to South Carolina really being in the mix. I think they're in the mix. I think they're going to be a playoff team, and obviously they have a big quarterback, Lenore Sellers. We'll see, but I think maybe it's slightly overrated for his NFL draft status as 1. A lot to prove there. But I think he's got a great coach. I think Shane Beamer is going to become much more high profile this year.
I mean, he coached Spencer Rattler, who everyone really liked, kind of knew. But all right,
Spencer
I'll give it
Rattler.
to you. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, he coached Spencer Rattler after he was damaged goods.
I mean, okay.
Spencer, he was a third team for Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
I'll go with you there. I think South Carolina is going to be a fun team too. But yeah, is it a coach in the SEC? Can be a coach on the rise? Yeah, I'll give it to you. Mine, again, is going to be a little more of a deeper cut. My coach on the rise is John Sumrall from Tulane. I know Bogusch is a big Green Wave fan. Before that, he was at Troy, where his record was 23-4, and then gets to Tulane in the first season, goes 9-5 in the first year, was like right there as one of the group of 5 teams. Obviously, Boise ends up being Boise State ends up being the representative there with Ashton Genty to go into the 12-team college football playoff. But I think John Sumrall is the coach to watch, in that after another good season, and if there's a big coaching vacancy, he's going to be right at the top of the list.
What about this thing? Like they lost their quarterback, right? So is Tulane just going to be a feeder program?
Well, all of the AAC, schools may be feeder programs. That's just the way that college football is now.
Yeah, so you're kind of implying like he'll be hot and he'll take over a big job, like Kurt Signetti or something.
Yeah, no, I think
at least a big conference. That's kind of a shame because you're not saying Tulane is going to really compete.
Well, they're going to compete this year, I think. But yeah, no, I think that this is going to be your next guy who's going to be at Tulane, go from Troy to Tulane to fill in the blank, and he's going to be a big deal.
It's so funny because you don't know for a lot of these guys. I picked Shane Beamer because he has a great quarterback. So last year, I believe Summerall had Darren Mensah, who's going to Duke, and it's going to make Manny Diaz look like a good coach this year. Like good coach.
But Manny Diaz coached at Miami. Like he had his shot.
No, I know, but he's going to be like, if you get the right quarterback, like Joe Burrow or somebody, you can all of a sudden become
a coach on the rise and then a coach on the big
you can have a
fall.
great coaching year if you have. It can be about the Joes in college football. We know if you get the right quarterback, you can look really, really good.
We never talked about this as a show. Is it because it happened over a weekend? Did you guys see, I think it's from last weekend, that Ed Orgeron was at a wedding?
No, you talked about it about 5 times off air.
Why did we do this on the show? Dude's the guy at the wedding on the dance floor, no shirt on.
Go Tigers.
And of course he is, because he would be my number 1 draft pick of college coaches to be on the dance floor with no shirt on.
Okay, that's not the story I knew. There's another Edo offseason story about something about very similar vein. I'll find it. Like bragging about something about taking your wife or something like that.
God.
He was talking trash.
Still doing that, huh?
Yeah. No, it wasn't that exact thing, but it was in that realm of like, I'm Edo.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you win a championship at LSU, right? Where they're football crazy, maybe the best atmosphere in college football, period.
I'm Joe.
You win a title, and then you're out 2 years later. I mean, it's unprecedented. I think it's unprecedented. I can't even.
Well, Gene Chizik was like that.
Yeah, but yeah.
He wasn't as fun as Ed Orgeron, but he was the same. Like, won a title, a couple years, he was gone.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but Ed Orgeron, I don't know. They're kind of similar, but it's Orgeron's flame out was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was spectacular. Gene Chizik just kind of like fizzled out, and I think a lot of people thought it was Gus Malzahn was just responsible for the offense, and Cam Newton. They were just so good. But Ed Orgeron, catcalled a lady at a gas station, right? And it turned out to be one of the high-level ranking of university officials' wives. Spectacular flame out.
But I think this is the better spot for him. Maybe he wants to coach, but I think it's safer for him to be at unemployed. So we can enjoy it and not have to wonder if he's like compromising his job in any way.
All right. So he can just be on the dance floor with no shirt on and it's fine.
And it's not about, what do recruits thinking or anything like that. Like
we don't have a what does it mean?
Yeah, who's the coach getting yelled at for golfing too much in the SEC?
Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze. So he can just be at and there's no repercussions.
No, he's not getting yelled at. He's getting trolled by Lane Kiffin.
Same thing.
Yeah, same.
By the way, the funny thing about Edo, nobody was surprised at all when he flamed out at LSU, right?
Not really. No.
That was not a shock in any way. Actually, people thought, wow, he lasted another couple of years.
Well, but he's like a native son of Louisiana, coached LSU to a title, and that still didn't buy him any good graces.
Yeah, but it felt like he came and went. It was no big deal. I don't know why. Like, Do you remember being like, I can't believe Ed O is gone? That never crossed anyone's mind. I mean, also
Maybe
too,
it should have.
Well, I mean, Ed O brings a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Vern's right.
That USC team was well covered. Everyone knows there was a
Yeah.
lot going on.
That was a memorable stint.
Yeah, a lot going on there. Let's just leave it at that.
Which is saying something for USC coaches. Let's get to Bogusch. Who's got headlines?
And this is a complicated story. NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell is under fire for multiple reasons these days. First, there was an unearthed agreement between the union and the NFL to keep quiet an arbitration ruling about possible collusion over players' salaries. And then we learned that Howell is a part-time paid consultant for the Carlyle Group, which is one of the few private equity firms that the league has approved for investing in teams. It seems like a fairly huge conflict of interest, but the union's executive committee sent players a memo yesterday to deny reports that committee has doubts about Howell and that a union lawyer suggested he resign.
Yeah, we need this one even Joe Rogan wouldn't even touch. I mean, it seems like a pretty big conspiracy theory about how the NFLPA is sort of, the leadership is screwing over the constituents because they're drunk with power. Wow. Or they want to keep their own power or whatever.
Right. And these two notes are connected because the collusion, the arbitration, the players lost. They said that the owners were colluding to keep salaries down. They lost, but the judge did say, while calling them losers, that there was a preponderance of evidence that league executives suggested to owners to give less guaranteed money in deals. And the union agreed to keep that quiet as opposed to giving it to players and agents to use to try to get more money out of ownership. So why would you do that? Well, because maybe he works for this firm that's trying to become a part owner of an NFL team.
Yeah, and what do NFL owners want to pay the players less? And this is obviously after the Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed contract. The rest of the owners freaked out after Jimmy Haslam gave this to Deshaun. And then you got some of the evidence is two owners talking to each other like, hey, great job on not giving that guy a fully guaranteed contract. Uh-oh, that looks like collusion.
Just to clarify, though, the players, they don't like the guaranteed contracts. They're going to get the same amount of money with guaranteed contracts or non-guaranteed contracts. As a whole, it's just how they divide the pie is the issue.
Well, I mean,
there's no more money coming to players with guaranteed contracts because they get 48% of revenue no matter what happens.
Right, but in this particular instance, what the evidence in this case is good ammo for the players in negotiations, and the union didn't tell them about it. Why would they not tell them about it? They're there to fight for the players.
Well, right. But the same total revenue goes to the players one way or the other, whether they're guaranteed contracts. I think people mess that up sometimes. I think if Joe Burrow gets a guaranteed contract, that means that players are getting more money. That's taking money from somebody else. That's probably part of the reason the union is not so gung-ho about this. Because there's one pie. They're just arguing about how they split it up.
Right, but you're still... The bottom line is owners can't decide as a group to give less guaranteed money at face value. That was the fear at the beginning of all of this.
But the reason the owners don't want to do that is they don't want to get caught in the Deshaun Watson situation where now Cleveland can't spend any money because they're giving it all to Deshaun Watson.
The owners should have they correctly all hated that. They just can't write it in text messages in group threads and then not go and then do business differently.
Right, because they never bargained for that. They said in the CBA they never put in a thing. They have to say, hey, they have to do it in the CBA, and they never did that. Though they tried, I'm sure.
So but it's just owners.
But just everyone, that's why I think people don't love this story much. Mike Florio keeps saying, why aren't people into this? Because I think the intricacies of the CBA are very, very complicated.
Make your eyes glaze over. But the more interesting part is the cover-up and the fact that the NFLPA, the union leadership, is not working on behalf of the players, because they tried to put this guy, this is the allegations, that it was going to be like a puppet sort of placeholder so that the former lineman from the Browns could actually come in and be the union head, J.C. Treader. I don't know.
And they didn't want DeMaurice Smith because they thought he was too chummy with Goodell, and now they've got this guy who has an actual business relationship with the league.
Oof.
Yeah.
My favorite is the NFLPA just totally screwed over all the rookies with the rookie salary cap deal. That thing's insane. 5 years, you don't get paid.
Nothing, yeah.
Well, that's why people don't want to play football. But the NFL, the NFLBA's got some issues, it sounds like.
It sounds like.
The Boston Red Sox hit the All-Star break on a 10-game winning streak.
Swung on fly ball. Left field deep. Back to the monster. It is off the top and out of here. He does it again. He always does it.
Who knew? Cedon Rafael, a 2-run homer, a 4-1 win over the Rays. Boston on this 10-game run. Now 3.5 games behind the Jays in the AL East while sitting in the second wildcard spot, a game better than the Mariners. Baseball now holds its draft during All-Star Weekend, so there was Rob Manfred on stage last night in Atlanta. The first name he called was Oklahoma high school shortstop Eli Willits. The Nationals took him instead of the consensus top picks, LSU lefty Kate Anderson or high school star Ethan Holiday. Willits doesn't turn 18 until December. He's the youngest number one since Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh.
Anderson, by the way, was the third pick to the Mariners for an $8.8 million bonus. And then the Rockies took Holiday fourth 27 years after drafting his dad, Matt. The Mavericks have reportedly shut down Cooper Flagg after 2 Summer League games and a little more college realignment this morning. The Sun Belt reportedly extending an invite to Louisiana Tech, who will accept and pay a $5 million exit fee to Conference USA. The arrival date is TBD. Louisiana Tech was already in the Sun Belt until 2001 when it left for the glorious WAC. Guys, back to you.
Coming up, are we betting on the home run derby? You betcha. We'll do that next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Let's bet on baseball, shall we? Welcome back. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Got the home run derby tonight, Pearl.
I have no idea how to bet this. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure out who you think is going to win or who do you think is good value. So let me just give you the participants and their home run totals right now. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, is your favorite at plus 295 and has 38 home runs. James Wood has 24. Byron Buxton... Cal Raleigh is plus 295. Let's just go this way. Then O'Neal Cruz, who's got 16 home runs this year, but he's the second second highest favorite, I guess, at plus 330. Then James Wood has 24 home runs. He's plus 450. Matt Olson plus 800. He's got 17 homers. Brent Rooker plus 850. He's got 20 homers. Byron Buxton is plus 950. He's got 21 homers. Jazz Chisholm plus 1100. He's got 17, and Junior Caminero is your longest shot at plus 1200. He's got 23 home runs.
So it feels to me like the home run derby is often like a narrative. Like, oh, this guy is getting all the focus. He's probably going to do it. Like I remember, and maybe I'm misremembering, Bryce Harper won when Washington hosted the home run derby.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like Cal Raleigh is the it guy.
Well, they're not hosting, though.
No, he's not hosting, but I feel like he's the narrative. Like, everyone's talking about Cal Raleigh. He's like the big dumper. He's got to be. Like, that's the guy that wins.
Oh, like he's on a heater.
He's on a heater. He's the
Fame-wise.
story of the moment. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's usually the guy who wins a home run derby. But I could be wrong. That's why I was asking, how do you bet this?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, like, what are the trends in the home run derby? Is it ever the least favorite guy? I've never even considered betting it before, I have to be honest.
Really? Well, as you guys know, I think I bet Jose Ramirez 5 years in a row and lost all 5 years. So thankfully he decided not to participate so I can save myself a little bit of money. I mean, I think you go with a long shot, especially Junior Caminero. So he's
goes Anderson!
He's got 23 home runs. Now, I understand the Rays are like playing in a minor league ballpark, but the dimensions are still the same. So he's got 23 home runs, and he's the longest shot in the field. So it feels like the best bang for your buck to me.
All right. Well, I like that. Okay, good. So, but you wouldn't do Cal Raleigh?
I mean, at plus 295, I guess, if you want to just go
It's
with
not
the
terrible.
favorite. But Matt Olson would be the hometown guy because the All-Star game's in Atlanta.
So, and where are the other guys? Where's Pete Alonso? Where's my guy and all these classics?
They've did their time.
Yeah, I know.
The Vlad Guerrero Juniors, they've done their time.
Yeah, did that ever help Pete Alonso winning those home run derbies?
No. 888 no. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Before last year, when Pete Alonso was actually the hero that propelled the Mets to the playoffs, he had not won a playoff game. So, yeah, no, a playoff series. No, definitely not.
I like James Wood tonight.
I mean, that's my favorite young player.
I do like James
that
Wood.
swing is beautiful.
His swing is so gorgeous, and you just give him juice balls in a BP setting. Oh, give me some James Wood.
All right. There you go. As far as like our own home run derby, we're hitting a little controversy here.
I tried something, Manny.
So before the season started, everyone, well, not everyone because Kaplan didn't do it, but Manny, EJ, Bogusch, Perloff, and myself, obviously, we all picked 3 players to do a season-long home run derby. And Perloff is being a sore loser. No, I'm sorry. What did you ask yesterday?
Well, I have one good player. I have Kyle Schwarber. I think he's still top 6 in home runs. So that was a good pick. I have Bryce Harper, who's back healthy. I'm fine with him. Marcell Ozuna has done nothing for me.
Ozuna from the Braves?
Yes. Nothing. And he's on the trade market too, by the way, which
really?
It's not good either because like you could hit a lot of homers in Atlanta. So I'm trying to trade him to someone else here. Maggie, if you want him.
I mean, he has 13 home runs, and I have Vlad Guerrero Jr., who has 12. But I'm going to stick with Vlad on this one because the Blue Jays are a good team, and I think he's going to have a good second half. So, no, I'm not trading Vlad Guerrero Jr. to you for Marcell Ozuna, if that's what you're asking.
All right. Well, listen.
Is this even allowed? We're trading guys on our own home run derby?
Or how about a redraft where we can get we can draft a free agent and bring him in and sign a free agent?
So you can get Cal Raleigh?
Yeah.
Get out of here, pal.
No one picked Cal Raleigh?
And we're not doing a redraft because I don't want to give up Shohei Ohtani, and I'm sure that EJ doesn't want to give up Aaron Judge, so we're not doing that.
Yeah, no way. Because this was about for the whole season. I think a trade deadline is fair. If you have guys, and I think, listen, if you want to go with 2 guys the rest of the way, you want to say, hey, listen, Soto's red hot. I'll give you 2 guys for Juan Soto. I think you should be able to do that. That's fine. But I don't think you should be able to add a player.
You give me Schwarber, I'll give you Juan Soto.
No.
Wow, really?
Really?
Well, I mean, Schwarber's my lifeline here. He might hit 55 homers.
I know, but Soto's heating up. He's got this all-star snub. I don't know. I can't say that.
What was that?
I don't know. Whatever. He's not at the all-star
game.
The thing
is...
it might tick him off.
I mean, that I have no problem with investing in that stadium in Philadelphia. You know, not that hard to hit it out of the park. Schwarber I don't think he's going to totally cold. I think he's going to.
I don't know. Manny could have just been offering you the moment here. No?
You want to do that? No, I don't want to. I want to root for Schwarber. I'm not doing that.
You're letting your feelings get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because also, too, like, you don't pitch around him. He's up at the top of the lineup. Like, he's going to hit a lot of home runs. I have no problem.
Can't pick with emotions.
I mean, listen, Bogusch's roster is pretty terrible. Like, maybe you can poach someone off there. That's
doesn't he have Gunnar Henderson?
He has Gunnar Henderson, yeah.
Oof.
So he has Pete Alonso. Maybe make a trade there.
Oh, yeah, because Perloff wants a roof for a Met.
Wait, is Pete Alonso? He's on a team.
He's on the Mets.
Yeah, Bogusch. He is on the team.
He was the last pick, I think.
Yeah, it's Bogusch. He was Bogusch's last pick.
Gosh, you guys all passed on Pete Alonso. I thought that was interesting.
And it seems like it was a smart move so far.
Yeah.
Well, no, lately, though, he's been a factor. Right? Oh, actually, he's pretty good. He's 12th in the league in homers.
Yeah, it's fine. I like my guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I need some help here. But I'm not in last place. I think I'm right in the middle.
But you're the one who wanted to come up with this trade
I know, because I'm not going to win it.
idea.
I have no upside here. I need a hot young guy.
Perloff, look into your grasping
I'm
here.
buying.
You're drowning.
I'm buying. I'm not selling.
EJ Stewart, thank you. Manny Rodriguez, thank you. Andrew Bogusch, Andrew Kaplan. The Weedos, the coffee drinkers. See you mañana.